Dobry wieczór, witamy w Toruniu. Hello and welcome to Torun for the final round in what's been a brilliant season so far. Bartosz Zmarzlik has already been crowned world champion, but we are hoping for another action, great action here tonight at this magnificent track in Moto Arena Torun. But first, let's go straight to Scott Nichols, who has the best point of view in this house. Scott, where are you?
Yeah, Marcin, I've 100% got one of the best seats in the house. I'm in the centre here, up on the podium. Right over my shoulder here, Bartosz Zmarzlik will be standing on there later as he's crowned 2022 World Champion. We'll also see our final winner of 2022 standing up here as well. So strap in, folks. There's more action coming your way.
It's round 10 and grand finale of FIM Speedway World Championship, all live from Torun, Poland. And I'm delighted to be joined by a special guest tonight, 2012 World Champion, Torun's club legend, Chris Holder, alongside me. Hello, Chris. Good to see you in a great form tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy to be here and looking forward to, a good nights of action and see what happens.
First of all, we need to ensure all your fans that you are feeling okay. How you've been lately?
Yeah, much better. Obviously had that accident in Glasgow and hurt my back a little bit and shoulder and a couple of ribs, but that was 6 weeks ago today. So I'm feeling much better now and getting around good, so I'm all good.
Glad to hear that. We are at Moto Arena Torun tonight. Bartosz Zmarzlik will be crowned here the world champion for the third time in his career. But you know the taste of that, to be crowned here at Moto Arena the world champion, because back in 2012 you had the same feeling here.
Yeah, exactly. It was, I couldn't imagine being Polish and doing it here, you know what I mean? Doing it, obviously I'm Australian, but yeah, winning here in front of my home fans at the time was unbelievable, and I'm very jealous of, he's doing it for the third time now, which is, he's greedy, isn't he? But yeah, should be good.
Exactly, he's doing it for the third time. Were you surprised that he sealed that title one round ahead of the final this season?
Yes and no. He's been the best guy, not just obviously this year, but for the past, 4 or 5 years, he's been very consistent, and even his not so good days are still better than the rest. So yeah, it wasn't a shock. The other boys, they got a little bit of catching up to do, and they're all chasing him, so hopefully it'll be a good night tonight. But yeah, he deserves the win, and fair play to him.
As we said, Bartosz Zmarzlik will collect the trophy tonight here. But just yesterday, we had another world champion crowned here at Moto Arena. That was Mateusz Ciernak, who won the SGP2. One question about what do you make of this idea of combining both junior and senior finals to be staged at the same venue over the same weekend?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good that they're combining it and making it like a big show, and it's good for the junior guys too. They all want to be in obviously the Grand-Prix, so to be sharing the same track, seeing the other guys around. I think I've seen, a bunch of riders there last night, watching them. Yeah, it's something that I think it's a good move anyway. And, another Polish guy, world champion again, like, give another country a go, will you?
One of the guys who were here yesterday was obviously Bartosz Zmarzlik. One of the things that make Bartek one of the greatest racers in the history of the sport is his attention to details. And now we're going to have a closer look on what's going on behind the scene with his bike setup.
Jestem typem zawodnika, gdzie bardzo lubię spędzać czas w warsztacie i lubię wraz z chłopakami tutaj przebywać, kręcić motocykle, zmieniać ustawienia, patrzeć, próbować i tak dalej, żeby krok po kroku się też stawać z dnia na dzień lepszym zawodnikiem.
Co to znaczy spasować motocykl pod dany tor na przykład?
Pod dany tor, pod dane warunki, pod temperaturę, pod wilgotność,
Ile elementów
ciśnienie.
można w takim motocyklu
Mnóstwo. Zacznijmy od charakterystyki silnika, ustawienie gaźnika, wybór dyszy, wybór zapłonu, wybór zębatki tylniej, długość motocykla. Wszystkie te rzeczy trzeba spleść na daną minutę, na dany wyścig. Też trzeba wziąć dużo pod uwagę, ile w danym momencie jest stopni, czy tor jest w porównaniu, czy nie, czy już jest druga, trzecia, czwarta seria, czy też ten tor, jak to mówimy, puchnie, czyli się staje coraz przyczepniejszy, czy też z biegu na bieg się robi coraz bardziej śliższy. Dlatego każdy z nas ma swoją odpowiedzialność na zawodach i musi to obserwować, żeby w danym momencie dobrze zareagować z tymi wszystkimi ustawieniami, w dobrą stronę pójść, żeby być efektywnym w danym momencie. Inaczej nieraz się odczuwa motocykl ze startu, a inaczej po trasie i trzeba wziąć to wszystko pod uwagę, żeby wyśrednić to, żeby i dobrze było tu i tu najlepiej. Często jest plan A i plan B, że jak to nie zadziałało, to idziemy w tą stronę, a jak nie, to kompletnie w drugą. Najlepiej wiadomo, że się skupiamy na pierwszych biegach, żeby zadziałało to od razu.
Wow, Chris, honestly, there is so many things you have to be aware of when it comes to bike setups. It's a tricky business, isn't it?
It is. Such small changes can make a massive difference, and you know, just going off what Smarslik's saying and all that kind of thing, he seems to be the guy that never has a race where he's slow, you know what I mean? So they're on top of it, his team's working well, he's got good equipment, and yeah, he's doing a great job.
Do you think that setups right now matter most than it was before? Because it seems like the equipment, the engines are very, very important at the moment.
Yeah, I think so, more than ever. Like, I went through a little phase there where I thought I forgot how to work out a Speedway bike. But yeah, they're very small changes make massive differences. And yeah, it's tiny, like it's hard to explain, but yeah, tiny changes make huge differences. You can be first one race and last the next like that, you know what I mean?
So no wonder riders spend so much time before the race in the pits with their teams adjusting the bikes. Actually, Scott Nichols is right now in the pit area, and he's going to give us a little bit of the taste of what it's like right now in there.
Yeah, thanks, Marceline. Interesting to hear what Chris is saying there. Speedway bikes are really quite a simple bike, but us riders are blooming good at making it complicated. And one thing that's come into play now is this ignition system. Down here you can see Robert Lambert's got one on his bike right now, developed by Brian Carger. Us Speedway riders, we're like sheep really as well. None of the boys really had these on, but Anders Thompson goes and wins in Gorzow, and hallelujah, every rider's pretty much got one. Leon Madsen's in a prime position though, because he's working closely with Brian Carger, and that's why we're seeing those gains by Leon Madsen. This digital ignition, it just gives you more options, which as a rider can be a headache. But like Chris said, those subtle changes can make such a big difference. As we walk along the pits, Leon Madsen, we're talking about just now, as a rider whose season has developed, he's made improvements, he's working closely with Brian Carger, and things are developing really well for him. But a rider, a fellow Dane, who I'm going to grab in a second, Mikkel Mikkelsen, whose season started off great, he had a little bit of a blip, and then he had that injury. And it was a nice injury, rode through the pain barrier in Voyens and done fantastically well.
Thank you.
Mikkel, I think everyone would like to know, first and foremost, how you feeling, how are the injuries right now?
Well, feeling better. I can ride my bike without any discomfort now, which is nice. The walking is getting better too. It's still not quite there, but luckily for me, this is the last race of the season.
Yeah, you rode through the pain barrier in Voyens, but you came back, you missed the GP, but you came back in superb fashion, won the last round of the SCC, secured the bronze medal there, and also helped your club to victory in the extra league with Lublin. So pretty cool way to be rounding the season out.
Yeah, definitely. After that crash and the broken ankle, I thought my season was over. So to actually come back and race through the pain and have a little bit of a taste of success at the end of the year is always nice. But yeah, gonna go out there tonight and have a bit of fun and see if we can stir it up a little bit.
That's it. Well, I'll let you get back to your boys and stir it up later on. Have a good one, mate. I'm going to slide along here. I'm just going to quickly slide in with Jack here real quick, just having a little bit of a, don't know if he's doing a bit of meditation here or what, but looking pretty chill. Jack, pressure's off you, mate. You've qualified through from the challenge. What are you looking to do from tonight? Are you trying to build for next season or just going out there and enjoy riding your bike?
Yeah, for sure, mate. Big pressure off my shoulders. You know, I got in through the GP challenge, but you know, I still want to go out there and win and yeah, take as many points as I can off them other boys. And yeah, you know, like if I have a good meeting, I could jump up the standings a bit. So that's the goal for today.
Yeah, everyone wants a round down the high. This is your home track here in Poland. What can the fans expect? It's a mega track, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it's awesome. There's plenty of racing lines. Just hopefully they go a bit easy on that water out there. But yeah, it's going to be a good night and full send.
Well, let's hope that wet stuff stays well. I'll let you crack on. But before we get on with the rest of tonight, we're going to take a quick look back at what happened in Moorlilla a couple of weeks ago.
Coming into Melilla 2 weeks ago, the big question on everybody's lips, would Bartosz Marzlik be crowned world champion for the third time in his career? Leon Madsen was the only rider in a position to delay the coronation of the Polish rider. After his victory in Voyens, Marzlik was coming into Melilla with a lot of confidence in his riding ability, but most of all about his bike settings. Throughout the series, the championship leader has been very strong in the heats, and in Sweden it was no different, qualifying easily for the semi-finals, dominating Leon Madsen in Heat 17. In the first semi-final, Leon Madsen needed a strong result to make it through to the final, but he was to suffer the worst luck as a mechanical failure meant he was unable to finish the race. Heartbreak for Madsen, who had put himself in a strong position to challenge Marzlik on the night. With the news of the DNF, it meant that Bartosz Marzlik was crowned world champion before taking to the track for the second semi-final. This was also Marzlik's third world title, the youngest rider to achieve this at 27 years of age. For Leon Madsen, he will try again next year.
World champion Bartosz Marzlik, gate 3 white, Robert Lambert.
Really amazing night for me because I'm very dreaming about win the championship before the last rounds, and for me so really hard, but I'm like it Malina and I feel good from first hits today, and I'm win the very hits today, and I'm very happy about the win championships and today evening.
The Polish rider rounded off a fantastic evening by winning the Swedish GP in fine style, dominating Fredrik Lindgren, Maciej Janowski and Ty Wolfenden in the final. This was his third GP win in 2022. For Maciej Janowski, it was a great comeback. The Polish rider had not made the podium since the first GP of the year in Goroszan. In Melilla, Janowski fought like a lion to finish in third place. The hero of the night was Fredrik Lindgren. In front of his home crowd, the Swedish rider climbed to second place after months of illness. This is a great comeback for Lindgren, who is now pretty sure to be back in 2023.
And here are the official standings of Speedway World Championship. World Championship already been decided. Bartosz Marzlik is a triple world champion, but there is a lot for grabs for his rivals as bronze and silver medal are still to be taken, as well as the automatic qualification for the 2023. This is going to be a down-to-the-wire race. I'm sure Prix will agree with me that this is going to be a very tough battle for both silver, bronze medal and also top 6 qualification.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially the bronze medal is really tight. There's like 4 or 5 guys within a point of each other, so they're going to be wanting to hunt for that medal. And the top 6, yeah, you want to be in the GP next year, right? And to make sure you're in, finishing that top 6.
And among those who are going to be battled it out for the bronze medal is also Fredrik Lindgren, for whom the round in Melilla was very important as he came in second. He really needed that rostrum given all the circumstances he found himself in.
For sure, and home GP wanting to do well, and Freddie sort of flies under the radar a bit. You don't realise he's chipping away at the points, and then he makes the final and he gets on the podium, and he's running for third place in overall standings as well, and yeah, it's wild.
2 guys who also did well in Melilla was Maciej Janowski and Ty Wolfenden. They are still waiting for their first win this season. Do you see them being victorious tonight at Motor Arena?
They definitely both go very well here. It's a good track for racing. Magic started off the year really good and then sort of went away a little bit, but obviously last week he's back. And the same with Ty. He's had a bit of a rough run in the middle there, but he's a 3-time world champion too. He knows what he's doing, so it's going to be tight. Hopefully they have a good one tonight.
Round in Melilla was crucial also for Leon Madsen, who kept his title hopes alive for a very long time till that unfortunate engine failure. Now we're going to hear from Leon Madsen, who is bidding to secure silver medal.
Leon, Melilla sadly didn't round out the way you obviously wanted it to, but as a whole, you must be happy with the way 2022's gone for you.
Yeah, I am. We're a bit unlucky in Melilla in that semi with a bike failure, but overall I'm very happy about the season. I just won the European Championship, and hopefully today I can seal the second place in the GP. So finish off the season with and can come as a vice world champion and European champion is not bad at all, I think.
Yeah, I was going to comment that you just won the STC. How important is it you to feel like you've achieved something and won a medal this year? Obviously, second place in the world is pretty cool, but the gold is always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's a little bit of a constellation, if you can say like that, to win the European Championship. So yeah, that was nice to get a title and not get a second place in the European Championship also. So that was nice, and yeah, like I said before, overall I'm very happy, and in the second half of the season I feel like we are improving. We implemented some new things in the team, and it's going in the right direction, and hopefully we can continue that path and come out next year stronger.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that. You said the second half of the season, obviously working with Brian Carger, and obviously a lot of talk about the ignition system. How influential has that been on the improvements for the second half of the season?
A lot. He's helping me a lot, but it's not only the ignition system. We are trying a lot of different things as well, and we still have something more we would have liked to try today, but it didn't arrive in time, so we're gonna try something new after today's meeting in the practice, and hopefully it will improve even more with my speed and the starts. I've been trying something new in the last few meetings, and I think my starts are going to improve now, and hopefully we're going to see that today as well.
Well, 2023 looks good for you, but we'll focus on 2022. Have a good one tonight, and hope you secure that silver medal.
I'll do my best, and thank you very much.
Leon Madsen, ever since he appeared in the SGP series, he claims that he is going to be world champion, but the question is, when?
For sure, he's going to be probably runner-up again tonight. He started off, I think his first year, and he was second, wasn't he? So just can't get over the line.
Still working on his equipment, and I would like to ask you about the new topic that appeared recently, the new ignition. Are you familiar with that topic?
I know about it and I've seen it, but yeah, I'm the wrong guy to be asking about it, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of the guys, are running it tonight, and it's obviously they find some kind of advantage with it, or they like it. So it's one of them things.
I also need to ask you about one interesting tendency that Leon Madsen shows, because he may start not really well some of his meetings, but he knows when to pick up when it matters the most. How strong mentality is he having?
Yeah, he's obviously shows really strong signs of being in the meeting all night. Sorry. To start the meeting with not so good points, and then to come back, and then he scrapes through to a final and gets on the podium. It's like, wow, you know what I mean? So. Yeah, he obviously wants to start better tonight, and he's one of them guys that's always quick, and he's always there, and I'm sure he'll be up near the end, up near the front at the end.
Although some time ago he said that his focus was already on 2023, as Bartosz Marzlik is obviously very hard to be chased down. Did he lose the hope, or it was just him being reasonable?
It's a tough one. Maybe an excuse, maybe, I don't know. Bartosz was going really well and was on a roll, and he's a hard man to stop, and it's easy to tell your opposition, I'm worried about next year now. Maybe it's a mind game thing, I don't know, but that's what he said, and we'll see next year then.
While Leon Madsen occupies second position is Patryk Dudek, who is sitting third, and he is bidding to grab bronze medal tonight. Let's hear from Patryk Dudek now.
When I raced the first time in GP, I think don't feel the pressure. Everything was new for me, and I was always happy when I'm raced with the best riders. But later you're thinking about, maybe we try fighting for the champion. And this was the problem. This year was tough for me. I had problems with my bikes, and Speedway Grand-Prix was not good for me. Same was in the Polish League, I had problems. But after Peterov, everything looks good. Why? Hard to say. Sometimes you lose few hits and take the good setups, and you win all hits, and you win the Speedway Grand Prix. Same situation was in Wrocław, I think, with the Danbury. Have not many points, but he raced last hit, win the semi-final, and win the Grand Prix in Wrocław. I'm raced 13 years, so everything is the same. Doesn't matter what happened today. I know what is the plan, so just fight.
Patryk Dudek is obviously under pressure tonight, isn't he?
He is. You know, the third place is right there in front of him, and like he said, he had a bit of a rough patch there where it wasn't working, but he's a quality rider. He races here in the league, and I'm sure he'll be pushing for that third place tonight.
Especially given that he has great support from the audience, but now we can see Tony Rickardson walking with the trophy for the world champion, 6-time world champ, Tony Rickardson. He's a legend, isn't he?
He is. He is the main man, right, in Speedway. He's our best ever, and it's fitting that he's carrying out the trophy. He probably, you know, he's got a few of them at home, doesn't he?
You can see a great crowd as well. How great is that to be here tonight for the world champion and to collect that trophy from Tony Rickardson. Obviously, Bartosz Zmarzlik is chasing him down very, very intensely.
He is, and you know, 3's a lot, and so 6. It's going to be difficult, but you know, the way Zmarzlik's riding and how everything seems to be going for him lately, it's not out of the question at all. But I'm sure Tony will want to keep that record, definitely.
We will see. Obviously, it's going to be also a tough battle for the bronze medal, not only for Patrick Dudek, but also for Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley, who are doing it right this season, definitely.
Yeah, they've been sort of there and thereabouts, and then, you know, Dan went out and won 2 GPs in a row, and then Robert's got 2 podiums, and straight away they're like chasing a medal now. It's crazy how quick you can turn your season around or turn the series around. They're making the big points at the end where all the big points are in the final, and yeah, they're going for third place tonight, which is going to be a pretty tight contest all the way to the end.
So the question is, how hard is going to be for them to hold that pressure?
I don't know. You'll have to ask them. I don't know. They're going to be feeling a little bit.
How do you know that feeling?
Yeah, it's, if you got Nicky breathing down your neck, yeah, it's quite intense. But no, they'll be wanting to do the best for themselves, and I'm sure they'll give it everything tonight.
I'm sure I could ask you about the track's conditions here at Motorina, as you know the track perfectly, but now we're going to hear from Scott, who took a walk around the track earlier today.
Yeah, I'm down here on the track about an hour and a half or so before the start of the meeting, just entering the first and second bend. I've robbed old Kel's dirtometer. I'm going to give that a stick in the ground here. It's going in pretty good. Personally, I prefer the old kick test, giving it a kick with the old toes. The material is almost like it gives that plasticine texture, which tells me there's going to be a lot of grip in the track tonight. The track was fantastic for the SGP2 last night. Lots of grip, but it was fast in practice. This is a track that would excite me as a rider. You can see in that first and second bend over my shoulder, there's a lot of banking, so many racing lines on this track. As the night goes on, as always, that dirt line builds up and develops on the outside. But with that banking, it enables the track to have so many different racing lines. Always creates good racing. The boys having a good old dig around. I'm going to see if I can grab some right here. I'm just going to grab hold of Martin. Martin, have a quick word, mate, as you're hovering around the background. What's the track looking like? Is it very similar to what it was in practice?
Yeah, it's very similar, very smooth, nice, and yeah, just looking forward for a race on it.
You've got old Kel's dirtometer. Is there a gate there that's looking favourite for you?
You know, gate 1 looking pretty good, and also rest, it's more or less similar, so I think today we're going to see some good racing.
As always, well, thanks a lot, Martin. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your track. Well, Martin said it's exciting. I love this place, always delivers. Can't wait for the action later on.
Obviously, track at Motorina is one of the riders' favorite. What's so special about this one here?
It's nearly perfect, right? It's plenty, really wide, smooth, a lot of racing lines, and hopefully the track tonight develops and the boys can, you know, put on a real good show. I remember last year that from Heat 1 was crazy, so fingers crossed we get some more of that.
And among the Speedway Grand-Prix riders, there is 4 guys for whom Motorina is the home track, and Jack Holder is among them, your brother. How do you feel he's going to perform tonight?
Hopefully good. You know, he feels good, and practice was pretty good. Bikes and everything, and like you said, they race here week in, week out, so they know the track is just about dropping the clutch and the bike working. If a bike works and they can do their job, I'm sure, you know, all the home riders will be up there.
For him, it's a debutant season in the Speedway Grand Prix. Obviously, it was a short notice for Jack to get ready for this season. How hard for him was it to get prepared?
Yeah, obviously it come around really quick, and you know, it's a lot of planning involved to do the GP series at like such a good level. So it's definitely tricky, but he's doing his best and he's having a good go at it.
We are getting closer to the last round of FIM Speedway Grand Prix. Hope you're going to stay with us and enjoy a night with Speedway Grand Prix.
Mamy to szczęście, że to, co wydarzy się na motoarenie, będziemy oglądać na własne oczy.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TORUN here in Poland. And it's the 15th time we have come to this part of the world at this time of year. And I must say, this glorious Marion Rose Motor Arena, it really is a sight to behold. And we've got a fabulous crowd in, and the atmosphere is building as we build towards the first race of the night, of course. And the rain has stayed away. Let's take a look at the calendar. We've had 9 rounds completed, of course, 2 weeks ago in Melilla, where Bartosz Marzlik clinched his 3rd World Championship. And we've been around Europe, but we move on to TORUN here this evening for the completion of the series. It's a superb track. It's comes synonymous with the last round of the series, and once again it's brightly lit, and it's quite a sight to behold, Chris.
It is, yeah. It's a fabulous setting for the grand finale of the series. And as we see the riders coming out now on parade, Matthias Effelt, 16-year-old, rode in SGP2 last night, and they'll be looking forward to this tonight.
Yeah, he'll be enjoying his weekend, that's for sure. And Krzysztof Lewandowski, of course, also rode last night, and was involved with the qualifying earlier on today, and be excited about maybe the opportunity to have a ride this evening. Here we see the wild card coming forward now, Kasper Verina, who was actually quite sensible in qualifying, actually, and will be certainly a spoiler tonight. And Jakub Miskowiak, what a night for him last night.
Fabulous night, yeah. He was the outgoing under-21 world champion, but he turned his series round, jumped from 8th up onto 3rd place onto the podium.
Andrei Lebedev's coming up forward now. Of course, he's been a permanent replacement, actually, for the injured Anders Thompson. Has had plenty of opportunities, and I think that he will have learned an awful lot about that. But a big night for this man, Paweł Szapelski, of course, a crowd favourite here in TORUN.
Yeah, he's had a disappointing season. He will really want to perform well in front of his home fans tonight.
Jack Holder, of course, coming forward now, a Speedway of Nations winner with Australia alongside Max Frick, and knows this place awfully well, riding for the club for a numerous amount of time. Mikkel Mikkelsen coming forward, says he's feeling a lot better, still a little bit tentative on the steps, but nonetheless he says he's riding without any discomfort now. Next man up is Martin Vashlik. Needs a big night, Chris.
Yes, he does. Very fast in qualifying today. Looked quick out there.
He did indeed. Another man that needs a big night tonight, of course, is Jason Dorr, the former world champion, has ridden for TORUN in the past and needs a big display if he's going to secure his world championship future. Ty Woofenden has had a quiet season by his own very high standards, and I must say that I'm sure he'll be fiercely determined to have a great night tonight, as will Maciej Janowski.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one who will want to perform on the big stage, the last and final round of the Grand-Prix series in front of his home fans.
Absolutely right. Better last time out in Melilla, and so was this man, Freddie Lindgren. Terrific performance from him in Melilla, in his home country, and says he wants to finish with a really strong showing here tonight, and you wouldn't put it past him. Dan Bewley's had a couple of hiccups in the last 2 rounds, but he's a back-to-back Grand Prix winner this year, looking for a big night.
Yeah, what a series he's had, what a season he's had. Fantastic.
Robert Lambert, who's had 2 podiums in the last 3 Grand Prix, brilliant year of Speedways, lying in 4th place in the championship, pushing for a bronze medal.
Yeah, Patrick Dudek, all-action style, been absolutely fantastic in the second half of the series. Made the last 6 semi-finals and currently in 3rd place.
Terrific stuff from Patrick Dudek, and now Leon Madsen needs 4 World Championship points to secure the silver medal. Won the European Championship last weekend in the Czech Republic. Super season once again from Leon Madsen. But now the new world champion coming forward. What a reception it is for him, clinching it 2 weeks ago with a round to go. Fabulous in Boyens and a terrific win also in the Swedish Grand Prix. And Bartosz Marzlik, a 3-time world champion now.
Needs no introduction, wearing the gold on his suit.
He is indeed. So they are the competitors for the night. And we will now pause for the Polish national anthem.
Za chwilę wysłuchamy Mazurka Dąbrowskiego. Proszę pamiętać o biało-czerwonej kartoniadzie.
Please stand up for national anthem of Poland. Dziękujemy ślicznie.
Well, terrific rendition of the national anthem, of course. The Polish fans are really passionate about their Speedway, and there's no doubt they have come to cheer their own on tonight here. And with a world champion to celebrate here this evening as well, and why not? As I say, it's just about a full house. It is a fabulous atmosphere. There was some rain forecast, but fortunately for us all, it has stayed away, and track conditions do look just about nigh on perfect. We had a smashing night last night with the SGP2, and there's no doubt that we are looking forward to a great finale in the senior SGP series here this evening.
It all comes down to this. The 2022 Bennett's British Superbike champion will be crowned, following 3 races on the Brands Hatch Grand-Prix circuit on the 14th to the 16th of October. Nothing beats being trackside to witness all the drama unfold as another thrilling season comes to a close. 3-day adult weekend tickets are available online for just £45, with free entry for under 13s. Book yours now at brandshatch.co.uk.
Who said electricity can't excite us anymore? Who said tradition belongs in the past? Who said all electric can't handle tough conditions? Who said progress can't progress further? The award-winning new Nissan Ariya, 100% electric with e-Force all-wheel drive.
Autumn might not be your favourite season, unless you're a Ryobi gardener. One battery powers more than 200 tools, so whether you're clearing leaves, chopping wood, cleaning your patio, trimming hard-to-reach areas, or pruning at height, the Ryobi One Plus range makes autumn awesome. Buy the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt leaf blower with a 4-amp-hour battery, charger, 3-year warranty and free delivery now for just $89.99 and save over £50 at ryobitools.co.uk.
Smashing looking stadium when it's looking down on that. It's so well lit. It's a superb venue and a great way to finish the season.
It's the perfect venue to finish the season. It's a great racetrack. It's big, it's fast, it flows. The banking gives confidence to the riders now as we prepare for Heat 1 and the riders coming out. The atmosphere and tension is building inside the stadium, and the Polish fans proudly holding the red and white of their national flag during the national anthem. Really can start to feel the atmosphere build now, can't it?
Yeah, it was terrific. It looked fantastic in the stadium, I must say, and they do it so very well. So yeah, riders out on track for the opening race of the night, and we are looking at Robert Lambert just preparing himself. He's come on strong in the last 3 rounds, there's no doubt about it. Took the opportunity to really come on strong just at the right time when Bewley slipped up in the last 2 rounds in Scandinavia. And Robert Lambert just 3 points behind Patrick Dudek coming into this final round. And both of them are teammates here, so that's an added bit of spice to that shootout for the bronze medal. It will be great to watch to see which way it goes here tonight.
Yeah, I think the surge up the table of Dan Bewley with his back-to-back wins in Cardiff and Wrocław really sort of, I think it actually spurred Robert on. You know, he felt that he wanted to be the #1 Brit and he'd got to prove himself, and those 2 podiums have moved him up the table, and it's nice to see 2 Brits up there.
It is indeed, and a bit of a surprise to see that Ty Wolfenden is the 3rd of the British riders at this stage, but I just sense he'll be looking for a big night tonight. On the inside then for heat #1 is Leon Madsen in red. Gate #2 in blue is Mikkel Mikkelsen. Gate #3 in white is Jack Holder, and Robert Lambert will go from the outside in yellow. The outside gate last night for the SGP2 round, there was only 1 winner all night long, so there's no doubt that there will be a lot of concern, but there will be interest there to see if it remains the same tonight, and Robert Lambert has got that here in the opening race, so he's eagerly up at tapes, raring to go, but we'll be interested to see how that pans out over the night.
It will, yeah. The draw certainly went the way we thought it would, with Gate 1 being the favoured gate by the early pickers, the best in qualifying, and the track a little bit wet at the moment. It's going to take a few races to settle down, but I'm sure it's going to give us some great entertainment.
Here we go then, opening race of the night. Lights on and we're away. Charge into the first turn. Leon Madsen on the inside of Mikkel Mikkelsen. Both the Danish boys out of that first turn in first and second. Lambert now charging up the inside as they go through turns 3 and 4 on the opening lap. Good move from Lambert there. Took the opportunity to dive bomb and get the better of Mikkelsen. But out in front, Leon Madsen is being chased very hard. Here we go. Oh, just Madsen slams the door shut.
Smart first lap from Robert Lambert, really was. Just tucked himself on the inside of Leon Madsen, just playing it safe. He's got the speed on Leon, but Leon knows he's there now. I'm sure he's not going to be moving off the line. I don't know whether Robert realises he's got that gap, maybe just to look to the outside a little bit.
Here we go then into the last lap. Leon Madsen having to ride a really tight line. He makes half a mistake. Robert Lambert's going to have a go. Is he brave enough to go around the outside in the last corner? No, he's not. Tucks in behind Leon Madsen. They roar to the checkered flag in the opening race of the night. Madsen picks up the 3 points. Good start for him. Encouraging signs also for Robert Lambert. Pretty quick in second place, probably a touch quicker than Leon Madsen out in front. But for Madsen, that inside gate proving to be the best place to be in the opening race. So the result then of heat number 1, Leon Madsen, 3 points for him. Robert Lambert back in second place, 2 points. Mikkel Mikkelsen, third place for him, and Jack Holder failing to score. But Leon Madsen will be pleased with the 3 points, but a solid ride from Robert Lambert here.
Absolutely, I think Robert Lambert from gate 4 in these early heats is going to be very pleased with 2 points, but nonetheless, great start from Leon Madsen on the inside. Just moves over, just enough to stop a clean run there for Mikkel Mikkelsen in blue. But at this point now, Robert Lambert's generated a lot of speed, a long straight down the back straight there from gate 4, does the smart thing, gets up on the inside, covers that. Now it looks like he's carrying enough speed to get up past Leon Madsen, but has to back out the throttle as Madsen turns into the corner. I think Madsen at that point was aware he was coming.
Yeah, it was a smart move from Madsen now. I'd say he just had an instinct of where Robert Lambert was going to come from and just killed his momentum. Leon Madsen just making his point known there in the pits to his crew, but I'm sure they'll get that sorted out, whatever. But he's got off to a terrific start tonight, that's for sure. So heat number 2 then, on the inside in red is Martin Vasilik, fast in qualifying. Jakub Miskowiak comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Freddie Lindgren out of gate number 3 in white, and Patrick Dudek from that outside gate in the yellow helmet colour. And Martin Vasilik, I must say, was second quickest behind Dan Bewley this afternoon. Martin, who is outside the top 6, won't make it, can't get there, but if he wants to be in the Grand Prix Series next year, I would suggest he has to be in the top 3 tonight.
Yeah, he was smart in qualifying. We had a very narrow window for the track at its prime to get in the decent times, and he actually set his fastest time on the very first lap on the track, so it was quite impressive.
It was a narrow window, you're absolutely right, but he's got the inside gate. Can he replicate what Leon Madsen did? He's a good starter, Martin Vasilik. Certainly had a good run in Melilla a couple of weeks ago. Just dipped out at the semi-finals. Here we go then, green lights on, tapes are up and we're underway. They go roaring into the first corner. Vasilik's there, Jakub Miskowiak is also there. Dudek trying the big turn back, but it hasn't worked out. Lindgren around the outside, look at him go. Roars into the bottom corner. Martin Vasilik round the inside, but here comes Lindgren. Wow, what a move from him. Can he make it work now through turns 1 and 2? Going to be tight down the back straight. Can he get there? Yes, maybe. That's tied out in front. Terrific effort from Lindgren.
Tell you what, Freddie Lindgren really is carrying a lot of speed. That is fantastic. He's got the speed on him. Sure, he's going to just go right out to that ripped up bit on the fence there. Oh, Vasilik shutting the door. No room through there.
Brilliant Speedway.
Great ride from Vasilik.
Brilliant Speedway, Martin Vasilik, having to ride with eyes on the back of his head. Dudek out of the points. He's out the back with Miskowiak in third place, but Martin Vasilik, one last corner to go here. Through turns 3 and 4, he's got it. Terrific Speedway race there. Proper Speedway there in heat number 2, and Martin Vasilik under an immense amount of pressure there from Freddie Lindgren, and did remarkably well to hang on out in front. I tell you what, that could be a precursor for the sort of night we're going to witness here this evening. Terrific stuff there, yeah, great stuff. So Martin Vasilik, he picks up the 3 points. Freddie Lindgren back in second place, 2 points for him. Jakub Miskowiak, a handy point for him. And a disappointing opening ride by Patrick Dudek. And he failed to score, but that inside gate has won the first 2 rides here tonight.
Yeah, both riders taking full advantage of that. It was the standout gate last night, and Martin Vasilik really did take full advantage. But Freddie Lindgren, he's actually last as they enter the first turn. He just goes straight out to the wide outside line. They have ripped the track up there just before the start of the meeting. And I was surprised at just how much speed he was able to generate. At this point, I think I thought he was going to elect to cut back and put the block pass in on the inside of Martin Vasilik, but he sticks to his guns on the outside, does get his nose in front as they enter turn 1 on the second lap, but Martin Vasilik's shutting the door.
Thought he'd done it there, you know, but fair play to Martin Vasilik. It looked like he was going to get there, but Vasilik was able to respond and slam the door shut down that back straight and held on for a very useful win. And you've said it plenty of times, if he starts well, then Martin Vasilik generally is in for a really big night, and that's exactly what he's done so far this evening. So here we are then. We've got the wild card out here for the first time. And we will wait to see how he gets on. And Kasper Verina is certainly a handy performer, so he will go from the inside in red. Pavel Szapelski goes out of gate number 2 in blue. Ty Woofenden comes out of gate number 3 in white. And Bartosz Marzlik, the world champion, will go from gate number 4 in yellow. Good-looking line up here. Pavel Szapelski, of course, riding in front of his home crowd here, rides for TORUN. There are 4 home riders here this evening, so plenty of support for the home riders, of course there is, and a celebration really for Bartosz Marzlik. But he's a racer, he's a thoroughbred, he'll want to win tonight, that's for sure.
That's all he knows.
So here we go then with heat number 3. Green lights on, long pause, it's an even break. It's tight into the first corner, Verina's there, Woofenden mid-track, Bartosz Marzlik chopping back to the inside. Here we go, now round the outside, here comes Woofenden. Bartosz Marzlik in the meat of the sandwich there, that's for sure. They complete the lap, Woofenden diving to the inside, Verina round the outside, but Woofenden, great move from him, tight down the back straight.
Yeah, Woofenden was extremely fair there on Verina. He had the opportunity to shut the door, elected not to. But I tell you what, fabulous first lap. I thought Schmarzlik was exceptionally brave as they entered turn 3 to drive through the middle of the traffic, putting the pressure now on Woofenden.
Here he comes, the world champion right around the outside. Will it work for him? He's winding it on. He now chops back to the inside. He dives up the inside. Verina was in the way. Can Woofenden respond? What a move from the champion. Now down the inside. Verina just about hanging on. Superb Speedway here as we come to the conclusion of the race. Heat number 3 once again. Speedway out of the top draw, Chris. And it's just burst into life, this meeting. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. All 4 lads there, not a lot between them. Kasper Verina will be very happy with that race win, as we are getting a little bit of light rain out there now. Hopefully not going to affect the track too much.
Super ride from Kasper Verina. 3 points for him. Bartosz Marzlik back in second place, 2 points. Ty Woofenden, 1 point. And Pavel Szapelski failing to score. But for Kasper Verina, that was a terrific ride, and it came under immense pressure here.
Yeah, it was a great first lap. Guys diving in through small gaps, and we can see Schmarzlik on the outside. Lovely cutbacks right through the middle. I thought he was going to have the run up the inside of Verina as well. Realises he's not going to be able to do that as Verina elects to go around the inside. Smart move from him. And now Ty Woofenden repays the compliment, riding right between the 2 poles, round the inside. At this point, I thought he was going to run right across, make him shut the throttle off, but he was very fair there.
Yeah, he left him racing room, and that allowed Verina just to keep it wide on. Clips the fence on the way through mine, but he was brave.
It's normal these days,
yeah,
it's normal.
Yeah, it was very brave indeed. But a great ride there from Schmarzlik to come back through into second place. Thought for a moment he might just sneak to the front, but Verina there certainly responded just at the right time.
Yeah, smart ride from Verina.
It was indeed, and as I say, I do sense that he could be in for quite a night, and he started very well indeed, but Gate number 1, the red gate, has won the first 3 races, so we will watch to see how that develops throughout the night. So here we are then, heat number 4 for you. Jason Doyle on the inside in red. Matvej Janowski will go from gate number 2 in blue. Andrei Lebedev's out of gate number 3 in white, and Dan Bewley goes from the outside in yellow. Fastest in qualifying, elected to take the number 13 draw, so he comes out of gate number 4 in heat number 4, and he will go from the inside gate in heat number 5. Bewley has been in good form since those 2 poor performances in the Grand Prix. Has won the British Championship, has won the Czech Golden Helmet in recent weeks, so once again he'll want a medal. He slipped up, only 2 points in Melilla. That was a disappointing return, but here in time tonight I'm sure he's fired right up. We're away. Brilliant side on the inside from Doyle, that inside gate. Great shot back from Bewley. He's into second place. Lebedev slams the door shut in front of Janowski. Lebedev's going for the big blast around the outside. Doyle on the inside. Here comes Lebedev charging on. Oh, 3 abreast as they go into the first corner. Where did Janowski come from? Doyle's been beaten up there. Lebedev's now once again hits the front. Superb Speedway on the opening lap.
Yeah, superb from Lebedev, and Janowski now, he's a man under pressure just outside the top 6. Needs a big performance tonight. Looking around the inside, Jason Doyle, well, he would have wondered where they were coming from on that first lap.
Absolutely, they went either side of him. But Andrei Lebedev, this possibly will be his best ride of the campaign this season. Got to say that Matvej Janowski trying to put some pressure on, but it's down the back straight for the last time from the boy from Riga, Latvia, through turns 3 and 4. Terrific ride from him, really did charge to the front. Excellent stuff from him. The rain is coming down harder now, that's disappointing to see, but right now the Speedway is still red hot. And Andrei Lebedev certainly winning in fine style there in heat number 4. So the result for you now then, 3 points for Lebedev. Matvej Janowski coming through as well into second place, 2 points. Jason Doyle relegated to third, 1 point for him, and Dan Bewley missing out there, failing to score. So there you see the standings after the first block of races. And Leon Madsen on 3 points, and Vasilik likewise. They are all the race winners, but a great opening to round number 10.
Champions League winner, it's Katie Archibald to be crowned in London. The Champions League is won in emphatic fashion. Here we go. Just look at that step. Right on the line. What a
told me, she said, son, don't live in a place where love won't grow. It's hard on a woman to love her man when he can't reach his destiny. And that's why I gotta move on.
Born Confident, the new Volkswagen T-Roc, also available as a cabriolet.
At Pure Gym, there's great value for everybody.
I'ma do what I do, just like I want to. When I feel the bass boom, step back, make room. Kick your feet up, go, go, get it. Gotta kick your feet up, go, go, get it. Gotta kick your feet up, go, go, get it. Gotta kick your feet up, go, go, get it.
Everybody welcome at Pure Gym, the UK's favourite gym.
Welcome to Lidl. And always Lidl on price.
The £20 million lotto jackpot must be won this Saturday, or thousands of you will win a share of the jackpot. It could be you. Play on app, online and in-store. Lotto from the National Lottery.
For Expedia members, travel doesn't end at booking. It's getting a discount on your trip. plus points for your future travels. So you can think about the next trip, and the next trip, and the next trip. So wherever you go, you'll know you're getting the most out of your travels. And you can keep thinking, where next?
Instantly delivering the water you need. Cooker, the tap that does it all. Book your virtual appointment at cooker.co.uk.
So we've had some track grading going on, and we will now see what Phil Morris will elect to do. So whether there'll be any short delay or whether we will get cracking straight on with the action while the rain is falling. And as I say, the track at the moment should be okay, but Freddie Lindgren there, just a word of warning that it may well become quite greasy. This is when Phil Morris is certainly going to earn his coin. Riders are preparing themselves for heat number 5, where we'll see Dan Bewley actually going from the inside gate, who failed to score in heat 4. There's no doubt that everything is being prepped and prepared on the start line for the resumption of racing. And riders don't like riding in the rain. It's an issue with visibility. But I would say at the moment the track is holding up pretty well.
Yeah, I think the roof does, as Freddie Lindgren said, it's unfortunate because the way the stadium's designed, it actually keeps the outside dry, which is the bit of the track that generally will take a little bit of rain, and the inside is getting a little bit wet. But I've got to say, at the moment, the track isn't too badly affected. Yeah, riders are coming now, so we're on with the action, and that's great news for everybody concerned. So we are going to continue on. Brilliant news. So riders appearing for heat number 5, where we see a good-looking lineup here. There's no doubt about that, with Leon Madsen and Martin Vaclik going head-to-head. Both winners first time out, and Ty Wofferton having a tough race, but certainly was very much in the thick of it. Yeah, very much so. He was on the pace, he had speed. Just a lot of traffic going on in heat number 3 with Marina and Schmarzlik ahead of him, but he was on the pace, so this is an interesting looking race, and Dan Bewley will be very disappointed not scoring in heat 4, comes out straight away again to make amends. Yep. And the outside gate for Wofferton, he can be the master of that turn back. We've seen him do it in the past. Can he do it once again here if he doesn't quite get there? Or maybe with this rain and the inside of the track being a little greasy, that outside line might just be the right place to be. So we will wait and see when the tapes go up in heat number 5. So here we go then, the lineup for heat 5. On the inside is Dan Bewley in red, Leon Madsen out of gate 2 in blue, Martin Vaclik out of gate 3 in white, and Ty Wofferton goes out of the outside in yellow. Will be interesting to see how much effect it makes, because that inside is exposed a little bit to the rain, but the outside remains dry, so you sense riders will be very much aware of that. And it wouldn't be at all surprised if they all charge up the banking in the first corner. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to see. I think the outside gates actually could come to the fore for a few races. It is still raining lightly. It's not as heavy as it was, but no, the outside will be the place to be. So here we go then. Riders just taking a few moments to settle down and come forward. Start Marshall just prowling along the start line there, making sure that the riders are in the right place. He's not... Yeah, he's okay with Martin Vaclik. I thought he was going to make him move over there for a moment. So, heat number 5 is with us. Green light comes on. Oh, bit of movement there from Leon Madsen. A bit twitchy on the start. Bewley missed it off the inside. Martin Vaclik made a great start there. Here comes Wofferton around the outside. Whoa, there he goes! Madsen's down. He's not going to clear the track. Oh. Madsen down untidy in the first corner. I just was watching the boys come out of the first turn. I didn't see exactly what went on there, actually. He just spun round on the inside where it is a little bit greasy.
just catching him out there. Unfortunate for Leon Madsen. And keep our eyes on him. He's sitting up, so let's hope he's okay. We'll see it again and see exactly what went on here.
Yeah, he's off gate 2, misses the start. Vasilik comes across. Yeah, got a bit of a nudge. Looked like he just put the bike down. Wasn't happy with the traffic on the way to the first turn.
All four back, Chris?
Let's have a look from here. Yeah, gets a clout. Yeah, I mean, okay, he's actually fallen off because he wasn't happy with the start. So a referee could exclude Leon Madsen. I feel that...
he's looking at it now. I can see him looking at it now. The referee Jesper Steentoft from Denmark. Yeah, he does get a good clout there, and he's saying all four back. So that is the referee's decision as Leon Madsen makes his way back to the pit area. He did get quite a clout on the front there from Dan Bewley on the inside, so I think that's the right call.
Yeah, the argument is that it wasn't a fair start. He didn't get a clean run to the corner, so I totally agree.
So we'll have a few moments now while Leon Madsen gets himself prepared for the restaging of heat number 5. And that does look like the rain. Yeah, the rain is just gently falling. It isn't as heavy as it once was, so that's encouraging. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that the rain does move away, because those first block of races were really outstanding. Yeah, so really setting the night up beautifully. And we could be in for quite some Grand Prix here tonight.
Yep, I'm sure we will. I'm just hoping that it was forecasted it would be showers, it wouldn't be consistent rain, so we've got to hope that this does stop soon. It hasn't done any real damage to the track just yet. Yes, it is a little bit greasy, but that surface would soon move with a couple of races.
Indeed it will, and we will see how much time Leon Madsen is given here. Clearly he's okay, he's not injured, just a slightly unfortunate spill in the first turn. Classic sort of first turn that we see so often in Speedway. Anybody new to Speedway, the referee does actually have the option when it's a little bit like that, when they have bunching in the first corner and somebody goes down and it's no malice involved.
No, there was nothing he could do about it. He had Dan Bewley coming across, he'd made a reasonable start, and Martin Vasilik off gate 3 had just clamped everybody down, and Leon had nowhere to go.
Exactly that. Martin Vasilik certainly's got his trap in hand on tonight. Certainly out of 3 there. He'd made a really good fist of it, but what a move that was from Woofenden. Can he repeat it? They may be wise to it this time, but there's no doubt that outside line, which is dry, and it has got some grip in it, so if you can get your back wheel on the edge of the grip like we saw yesterday in the SGP2 round, then there's no question you can generate an awful lot of speed around this track. Big banking here as well. It doesn't show it so well on telly, does it? But there's no doubt that when you walk the track, you almost need spikes to get up the banking, but it is quite steeply banked.
Yeah, it invites you in. If you stand on the straight and you look at the corners, you can see the banking, and you know that it's going to hold you up if you rush in, which is exactly why we see the long straights up the inside, and then of course the old school block pass up the banking, because the riders know that it's there to hold them up, and they're able to generate the speed on the corner before. That's where the work is actually done.
Yeah, we see it so often here. Can be a little problematic. We've seen some pretty dramatic incidents into turn number 3. I do hope we don't see that tonight. But there's no doubt that this place can be so exciting. And so far, we have seen some terrific action already. So riders just making their way back round for the restaging of heat number 5. And Dan Bewley will be hoping for better here. Failed to score, of course, in the previous race. So gate number 1 has worked well so far, so he'll be looking to get on the score chart this time. So the lineup then once again for you. On the inside is Dan Bewley in red, Leon Madsen out of gate number 2 in blue, gate number 3 in white is Martin Vasilik, and Ty Woofenden in yellow will go from the outside gate. Bewley just got off the bike there, doing a bit of extra gardening.
Yeah, I fear the rain has come at just the wrong time for Dan Bewley off gate 1. It's a long way to the dirt line from the inside, and you've got the slick, wet surface to skate across to get there. So at the moment, I have to say it does sort of look advantage to the outside 2 gates.
So here we go then. Gate number 5, tapes her up. Martin Bashlik once again, superb out of gate number 3. He absolutely nails it. Woofenden round the outside. Can he dive bomb up the inside of Dan Bewley into turn 3? Tries to. Bewley's running for the dirt on the outside. Can he get there? Yes, he does. He's hanging on to second place. Chased hard by Woofenden. Woofenden right round the inside. Can he make it work? No, not quite. Bewley pulling a tear off down the back straight with Liam Madsen now tailed off out the back, but this is exactly what Martin Bashlik needs. Superstar flying in front.
Yeah, we see it so often. If he starts with some confidence, he tends to carry that through the meeting. And I've got to say, Dan Bewley, for me, unlike Dan, but in those first couple of laps, not really riding quite wide enough. He's not taking full advantage of the dirt line. He's going a little bit too far on the slick stuff. And I'll tell you what, Ty Woofenden's generating some speed.
Yeah, Woofenden now coming on strong late in the race. One big blast round the outside. Will it be enough? The charge to the line. No, not going to do it. Bewley just about hanging on. But Martin Bashlik, back-to-back race wins for him tonight. Delighted with that. Under pressure for his Grand Prix future, Martin Bashlik. And has started the night in fine style here. And he moves on to 6 points. 3 points for Martin Bashlik. Dan Bewley, 2 points for him, 1 point for Ty Woofenden, and Leon Madsen tailed off at the back, fails to score in heat number 5. But for Martin Bashlik, 6 points so far. He's looking really good.
He's looking very good. He's making fantastic starts. The bike just launches away from gate 3 there. And at this point, I must admit, I thought that Ty Woofenden will be able to dive bomb up the inside of Dan Bewley, but not quite able to make that one stick. And Dan, for me, for the first couple of laps, certainly just not riding quite wide enough. And then eventually, towards the latter part of the race, we see Ty Woofenden turn his attention to the dirt line once again and have a look around the outside of Dan Bewley. And he generated lots of speed on that last lap as they enter the final corner, but he's just not able to get past him. Dan was wise to the move, but Dan's really not got a lot of pace at the moment tonight.
It looked like he was just spinning up a bit there, actually. There was a lot of spray coming off the back tyre. Track is a little greasy on the inside, and the drizzle does continue, but so does the racing, and that's great news. And for that man, he's delighted because he started with 2 superb starts and has been fast out in front. So good news for Martin Bashlik so far. Heat number 6, and the riders are already at the tapes. We're just waiting for one more rider to appear, but it's Maciej Janowski on the inside in red, Kasper Verina, a winner first time out of gate number 2 in blue, Mikkel Mikkelsen, gate number 3 in white, and Freddie Lindgren out of the outside gate in yellow. And Freddie Lindgren, he's not shy. I tell you what, he'll be pushing on hard here. And he had a strong ride when he finished second behind Bashlik first time out. And I just sense that Freddie will be relishing that challenge in the dirt. He loves that. I think he can really make it work.
Yeah, Verina coming from gate 2, won his opening ride, looked very good actually. Came under fire from Schmarzlik, but 26-year-old from Rybnik, rides for Czestochowa in Poland. Quite impressive first time out.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised actually. He's a rider that certainly is an underrated rider, and a great opportunity for him tonight to show the sort of progress he's been making. And he started with a terrific win. So here we are, tapes up. Number 6 is underway. Great start for Janowski on the inside. Verina's gone very wide there. Freddie Lindgren's made the cutback. Verina around the outside. Oh my goodness, that's tight there. How did they squeeze through there? Freddie Lindgren had to keep the throttle wound on there. Janowski out in front. Freddie Lindgren then charging through in the second place. Here comes Verina up the inside of Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen certainly had to respond brilliantly. He responded brilliantly. Back up the inside with Verina now. Forced to the 4th position. Mikkelsen coming on strong as well. Round the outside of Freddie Lindgren. Super Speedway again here.
Oh, great stuff. Oh, Mikkelsen was brilliant. Pushed him as hard as he can. He couldn't have pushed him any further. You said it. He's not afraid, and he wasn't in that turn. Brilliant ride for Mikkelsen. Meanwhile, Janowski's just checking out up front.
Yeah, Janowski so fast away from the tapes. Encouraging signs for him. Quick out in front. Mikkelsen super determined to come through into second place. Never easy to overtake Freddie Lindgren. The Speedway race once again. Maciej Janowski riding well there. Really was a terrific performance for him second time out. And great racing behind as well for second and third. And Verina also missing out, but what a race it was. It was really Brutal stuff at times. 3 points for Maciej Janowski. Mikkel Mikkelsen in second place, 2 points. Freddie Lindgren back in third, 1 point for him, and Kasper Verina misses out. But for Maciej Janowski, that was a really encouraging ride.
It was, yeah. He hit the front and never looked back. Pulled away quite convincingly, but it was all happening behind him. Mikkelsen on the inside there, just Verina gets beaten up, and as they enter the corner, he takes an absolute face full of dirt. I'm sure he was scrabbing away for tear-offs there. He gets completely filled in. But Freddie Lindgren at this point looks like he's going to mount a challenge for the front with Janowski, but it all starts to happen. Verina there charges through the gap. Mikkelsen was wise to that, great cutback, and stops his run around the outside. And then this is the move, you said it. Freddie Lindgren's not shy, and he went as far as he could take it. And look at Mikkelsen hanging off the thing, trying to stop the bike in the dirt there before the fence. Great ride from him.
Yeah, it was. That was a fabulous move. Look at him hanging off the bike. I don't know if I recommend that, but it certainly worked for him. And
it's that view under the handlebars.
Fair play to him.
Best view, is it?
No, not always, but it worked out for Mikkelsen there. So a sensational move for him midway through the race, force his way into second place. Super Speedway here tonight in the Marion Rose Motor Arena. It's round number 10 of the SGP series. It's the conclusion of the series here tonight. So on the inside is Pavel Szapelski. Gate number 2 in blue is Jason Doyle. Jakub Miskowiak out of gate number 3 in white, and Jack Holder from the outside in yellow. Nobody's changed their bike so far. Jason Doyle will be hoping that he doesn't get beaten up this time. He was in a good place there, but found himself in the middle of the track, and they went either side of him. Guess you just got to commit to the inside or the outside.
Yeah, and
tonight.
it was just at the point when the rain had started to fall, so I think it was just wrong place, wrong time.
So here we go then. Heat number 7. Green lights on, we're away. Tight to the first corner. Doyle's got there. Szapelski, a bit untidy there. They were going into the first turn, but it's worked big time for Doyle because he's got a good lead already. Here we go. Miskowiak coming through into second place. Good ride there from the SGP2 rider. Certainly riding well tonight, but now Szapelski up the inside, certainly pushing hard, tied out of turn 2 once again. And Jack Holder trying to get in the action, but for Jason Doyle, with all the shenanigans in the first corner, it's worked out for him.
Yeah, Jason was composed there, made a decent start from gate 2, just rode the bike around the inside, stuck to his guns, and it was the right move. Now he's just moving right out to the dirt line as he leaves the corner. Wise ride from young Jakub Miskowiak too on that opening lap.
Into the last lap then, Doyle's got a good lead here, looking set for a win. Certainly Jakub Miskowiak is having a good night as well. He scored a point first time, looking set for 2 points this time. Jack Holder having a real big blast round the outside, coming on strong. Yeah, gets there. Steals a point on the run to the line, getting the better of Szapelski. Good effort from Holder there, never threw the towel in. Fair play to him. But for Jason Doyle, a convincing win, second time out. And that's more like it for him. That's what he needs. So heat number 7, once again action-packed. Jason Doyle, a clear winner, 3 points for him. Miskowiak doing nicely, 2 points for him. Jack Holder, what an effort that was, 1 point. And Pavel Szapelski failing to score. The rain is still just drizzling down, but this once again was a terrific race.
Yeah, and a great start from Jason Doyle there. Oh, he's hard there on Szapelski. Comes right across. He's got his front wheel on the grass before they even get to the corner. And Szapelski with a decent run up the inside there. Look, he's actually run across his back wheel, and he actually makes a good job on the first lap to get himself back in position. Running up the inside, you can see Jack Holder there just going for the tear-off. Filled in the first turn. Great ride from Miskowiak though. He's young 21-year-old's doing a great job. Brave here to keep it on. Not a lot of room down the back straight.
No, there wasn't, but Miskowiak is right on the pace. And is clearly enjoying the conditions. A fine win last night, of course, and that form is carrying through into the senior SGP, and a real battle here between Jack Holder and Pavel Szapelski. And Jack Holder actually gets the better of him here with this last gasp blast round the outside. Miskowiak doesn't really quite realise how close they were, but Holder stealing third place off of Szapelski. But for Jason Doyle, And he's moved on to 4 points now after 2 rides, so a handy win for him. Heat number 8 then. On the inside is Robert Lambert in red. Patrick Dudek out of gate number 2 in blue. Bartosz Marslik, gate number 3 in white. And Andrei Lebedev's a winner first time out. He goes from the outside in yellow. And the 2 riders battling for the bronze medal here. Patrick Dudek and Robert Lambert head-to-head on the inside 2 gates. Teammates, of course, here.
Both know this track very well as well.
They do indeed. So could be quite tasty going into that first corner. Settling down. This will be the completion of the second block of races. Every rider would have had 2 outings. Tapes are up. There we go. Great start from Lambert. Here comes Smarslik. He's forced wide. Dudek chops to the inside. Smarslik all over the place. Now he's down the inside. Will he get there? Yes, he gets the better of Dudek. Lambert's out in front. Smarslik through into second place. That does Lambert a favour as well. Certainly for Robert Lambert. Very good first corner. Now he's on the edge of the dirt. It's going to be hard to chase him down from there.
Yeah, all the focus from Lambert and Dudek was on Bartosz Marslik in the first turn. They were expecting the challenge to come from there, and it certainly did. But Lambert riding into the corner on the edge of the dirt, lots of confidence to do that, riding all the way around the fence there. Really is riding well, and Smarslik doesn't really have an answer for him.
Fastest part of the track right now with the rain coming down that outside line, proving to be grippy, proving to be fast. Robert Lambert dominating heat number 8. Terrific ride from him. World champion back in second place, and Patrick Dudek now tailed off in third place. Super win for Robert Lambert. Chasing down Dudek in the bronze medal position, 3 points behind him coming into tonight. For Robert Lambert, that is a real big confidence boost early on in the night. Terrific ride. Smart away from the tapes. 3 points for Lambert, 2 points for Bartosz Marslik in second place. Dudek back in third, 1 point, and Lebedev's this time fails to score. But once again, we see the positions after 2 rides each. 6 points for Vasilik, unbeaten. Janowski 5, Lambert 5. Good stuff from him. Doyle on 4, Bartosz Marslik on 4, Madsen 3, Lebedev's 3. But certainly so far for Dudek, not a great night so far.
Zawodników z 3 punktami, Lau Madsen, Andrzej Lebiewska.
Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favourite riders in the Speedway GP World Title Race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.
Want more speed for less? Try BT's Superfast Fibre 1. It's faster than our standard fibre and now on sale at only $27.99 a month with no upfront costs. Plus, for total peace of mind, our brilliant broadband comes with a £20 money-back speed guarantee. That's why at just $27.99 a month, it's worth every penny. So grab it while you can, because this offer ends 13th of October. Join BT today.
I am what I am. I don't want praise. I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise. I think it's pretty. And so what if I love each sparkle and each bangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out, I am what
At Macmillan, we're tough and we're tender. Whatever it takes to help people living with cancer. But we can only do it with your help.
What's the move?
Head and Shoulders? I didn't know you had dandruff.
I don't.
You got the money? Yeah, I got your money.
Didn't know you had dandruff. I don't. He's Head and Shoulders.
Pass me the detonators.
Head and Shoulders? I didn't know you had dandruff.
I don't.
I didn't know you had dandruff.
I don't.
People who use Head and Shoulders don't have dandruff. They prevent it.
So the track grading continues, and we will be able to get some more reaction in the pits with Scott Nicholls, because Robert Lambert is joining Scotty now.
Yeah, Robert Lambert. Robert, you were fast in your first race, all over Leon, almost had the run on him, but second race out there, checked out, shown home track knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. It was, you know, great gate position there. Gate 1 is good at the moment before too much rain come down. That's where the roof sort of finish. But yeah, main key today is just thinking about the starts. We make the starts and get in front, then it's, you know, half a job done.
Yeah, we always know the starts are crucial. Is it going to swing to the outside gates a little bit with it? Like you're saying, just before we come on here, it's a little bit greasy now, so do you think the outside gates may come alive a little bit at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. Especially I'll be, you know, chase to that dirt line in the first corner. So, yeah, I think outside gates should come good. It might not happen, don't know, we'll see. I got 2 gate 4s today. So, yeah, hopefully they do come good.
Well, there you go. Well, let's hope they're good. Good luck the rest of the night. Thank you.
Guys. Cheers.
Yeah, smashing start for Robert Lambert. Didn't have the best of qualifying, didn't get the track at the right time, but on the first 2 rides he's just dropped the 1 point, so he'll be hoping that that sets him up nicely for the semi-finals tonight. Patrick Dudek hasn't been his night so far.
No, he's put himself under a lot of pressure now.
He has indeed, so he'll be looking to try and turn his form around. 3 qualifying races to come from all the riders, of course, so there's still time on his side, but nonetheless, Robert Lambert has certainly taken it to him in the opening couple of races. So heat number 9 is with us, and we'll see the rider Freddie Lindgren, who's been involved in some pretty spectacular stuff already this evening. Terrific racing. Pavel Shapelski there. Well, no doubt that Jason Doyle took no prisoners on going to the first corner last time out, and he was a bit uncomfortable in the first corner. But Leon Madsen, not so good last time, failing to score. It'll be interesting to see if he's made any changes. Possible change of bike, we'll wait and see on the graphic. But Leon looking to bounce back here, say almost certain to have the silver medal here this evening. But he will want to push on, he will want to have a big result, that's for sure. Heat number 9 then, on the inside is Freddie Lindgren in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Andrei Lebedev's. Leon Madsen out of gate number 3 in white, and Pavel Shapelski off the outside in yellow. Quite possibly there is a change of equipment. It looks like he has changed his bike, Leon Madsen, so clearly the weather has changed conditions, so they've changed bikes.
Yeah, and obviously he's been down on the deck, so maybe a little bit of damage done to clutch and things as well. But yeah, Leon needs another point at least to assure himself of that silver medal.
Absolutely, so he'll be looking to get it here at the very least. Gate number 3, we saw Martin Vasilik win a race from there. Certainly got the drive away from the tapes. Freddie Lindgren on the inside, pushing hard. Lindgren looking for more this time. He's on 3 points so far. Tapes up, we're underway. They go roaring into the first corner, and it's Lebedev's initially up the banking, trying to go for the line there, but Freddie Lindgren, that's a smart move. They're diving down the inside. Lebedev dive bombs into turn number 3, forcing Freddie Lindgren wide, allowing Leon Madsen up the inside. Oh, it's tight, so tight. Where did Leon Madsen come from? Brilliant stuff from him. Can't believe he was able to do that, but he did. And the Danish rider's now out in front. Here comes Freddie Lindgren trying to put a lot of pressure on Lebedev's in second place. Leon Madsen out in front though.
Yeah, Leon Madsen showing a lot of patience on that opening lap just to get himself in the right position, waiting for Lebedev's and Freddie Lindgren to trip over each other, which they fortunately for Leon Madsen did, and Leon Madsen hits the front. But I'll tell you what, Lebedev's once again showing decent pace here.
Roaring around the outside, charging down the back straight for the last time. Leon Madsen has responded brilliantly after failing to score last time. Heat number 9, Madsen wins, moves on to 6 points. pretty much guaranteeing silver medal. And that's a fine effort from him. Terrific stuff. The new European champion, of course, and winning that in Pardubice last time. He knows that's almost certainly the job done for Leon Madsen and the silver medal. 3 points for Madsen. Andrei Lebedev's charging hard in second place, 2 points. Freddie Lindgren back in third, 1 point for him. And Pavel Szafelsky not having the night he wants, failing to score. But for Leon Madsen, second place in the World Championship this year. Great effort.
Yeah, great effort, job done, but what an opening lap there. It's a very late decision, actually, as they enter turn 3 from Lebedev's to make the cutback. It's very, very late. He realises that Leon Madsen may be in his way as he cuts back off the fence there, straightens the bike up, and really does a number on Freddie Lindgren. We're used to seeing it the other way around, but that opens the door up for Leon Madsen on the inside. I think he could see that one coming, and then Lebedev's once again in the thick of the action with Freddie Lindgren. And he gives chase to Leon Madsen, and I think he had the pace, but Leon in front.
Yeah, good ride from Leon Madsen. A smart ride, actually, making that choice to go round the inside that bottom corner. And another good performance from Lebedev's, moving on to 5 points. But congratulations to that camp. They've worked hard this season so far. So 2 more races to come to make sure he gets through to the semi-finals, but he's got the silver medal secure now, so that part of the job is done, and he can relax now and just focus on making sure he's in the semi-finals. So here we go then with heat number 10 for you, and the lineup is Bartosz Szmarzyk on the inside in red, Martin Vasilik unbeaten so far at gate number 2 in blue, Jason Doyle winner last time out in gate number 3 in white, and Mikkel Mikkelsen, who was really eye-catching last time from that outside gate in the yellow helmet colour. Good looking lineup, this one. I'll tell you what, this is a tough looking race, and Bartosz Szmarzyk, he's got 4 points, but he hasn't won a race so far. He hasn't been able to make a good start.
Yeah, no, he just hasn't been able to make the start. As you say, it's a very good looking race with, well, I've got to say, 4 tough cookies.
Oh yeah,
none of these will give an inch.
They're all very forthright when they're out on track, that's for sure. And should be very entertaining indeed. Heat number 10, green light is on, tapes up now, away we go. Martin Vasilik, I tell you what, that bike is absolutely fabulous to the first corner. Round the outside, Doyle coming on strong as well. Round the outside of Szmarzyk, diving in deep into turns 3 and 4, trying to get the better of Martin Vasilik. Does he get it? No, the door is slammed shut. Bartosz Szmarzyk now back up the inside. Doyle in the middle of the track, unfortunate for him. Szmarzyk then pounces, comes through into second place, but Martin Vasilik riding out of his skin here tonight.
Yeah, Doyle left high and wide, opens the door for Bartosz Szmarzyk, but once again Martin Vasilik out front, just riding sensible lines, not getting himself in trouble, running across the slick stuff as he goes in the corner, just picking up all the speed and grip on the outside, and well, once again Szmarzyk no answer.
No, he's hanging on to second place. Doyle is charging hard round the outside. Mikkelsen also pushing on as well, but for Martin Vasilik, he's going to remain unbeaten here this evening. Another superb start and a terrific ride out in front. Real action going on between Doyle and Szmarzyk early doors, with Szmarzyk once again having to do the hard yards, coming through into second place. That's his third second place of the evening. But for Martin Vasilik, that's his third win of the evening. Brilliant stuff from him, 3 points. Bartosz Szmarzyk, second place, 2 points. And Jason Doyle back in third place, 1 for him. And Mikkelsen misses out in heat number 10. We said it was going to be tough, and so it proves, Chris.
Yeah, it does. And Bartosz Szmarzyk, surprisingly, a trio of second places, not able to win races, and on tracks like this in Poland, that is a bit of a surprise, but I'll take nothing away from Martin Vasilik, who's making all the right decisions alongside making fantastic starts as well. And he's just riding the track very simply. He's coming in on the slick stuff, but this is where he's really, really brutal on Jason Doyle, as we see Jason there scraping down the fence with his footrest there. There's maybe an inch, half an inch of room, but that just opened up the door and Bartosz comes through. Jason Doyle does look to close the door on Bartosz, but realises it's just too late.
Yeah, he was a little unfortunate there, found himself in the middle of the track, and Szmarzyk just too good there, and was always going to take that opportunity. But for Martin Vasilik, as we say, he's outside the top 6 and can't make the top 6, but this is a timely reminder to the organisers that he clearly wants to retain his place in the series and could be in line for a pick. We will know that quite possibly in the next 24 hours. So keep an eye on social media for that. But that's for tomorrow. We've got plenty of action coming for you tonight. So heat number 11 on the inside is Patrick Dudek. Needs points, changed his bike. And Ty Wolfenden out of gate number 2 in blue. Jack Holder out of gate 3 in white. And Maciej Janowski going along nicely out of gate 4 in yellow. And Janowski looking really good, actually. I must say he had a lot of speed last time out. And he could be quite a threat tonight.
Yeah, it could. Patrick Dudek is the rider here off the inside gate. He's got the advantageous inside gate, but he's got to make the most of it because he is under pressure now.
Yeah, 1 point from 2 rides for Dudek. Hanging on to bronze medal position, but with Robert Lambert going so well, there's no doubt that he needs a big ride here. He's missed the start. Ty Wolfenden hasn't. He's absolutely superb out of gate number 2 and hugs the inside. Janowski around the outside, going to dive one Dudek. Super move from Janowski, and Dudek, it's just not working out for him tonight so far. Jack Holder is at the back, but you've got to say Ty Wolfenden, that was a terrific textbook move there away from the tapes, and now he's hit the front. You just suggest that he's really going to be hard to pick back now.
Yeah, he's just pulled a nice, comfortable gap on that opening lap. And Janowski now has pulled clear of the race at the back with Dudek and Jack Holder there. Oh, yeah, nice move for Jack Holder, but Dudek straight with the move back up the inside. He's not going to get the job done, though. Jack Holder's got the speed on the outside. He's right out in the dirt and grabs a valuable point for him, but out front, looking very good for Ty Wolfenden.
Wolfenden out in front, going to win his first race of the night. Superb effort from him. Smashing start. Showing a clean pair of heels to the opposition. Janowski making that move early on. Jack Holder coming through in 3rd place. And drama and disappointment for Patrick Dudek. And with just 1 point from 3 outings, looking unlikely of making the semi-finals tonight. All of a sudden, that bronze medal just may well be slipping away from him. Ty Wolfenden out in front, 3 points for him. Maciej Janowski back in 2nd place, 2 points. Jack Holder, 3rd place for him. And Patrick Dudek, wow, 1 point from 3 outings. I did not see that coming.
No, the big loser so far tonight is Patrick Dudek. He can only manage 7 points now, which ordinarily you would say is not going to be enough to make the semi-finals. We will have to wait and see. But Janowski around the outside, cut back there. Dudek he goes straight to the outside, thinks, OK, Janowski's going to be making a run all the way around the dirt, but Janowski wise to that move. Meanwhile, Ty Wolfenden is pulling a nice little comfortable lead out front. Tough battle at the back for that solitary point with Dudek and Jack Holder. Jack Holder working really, really hard here as he comes steaming through up the inside. Nice block pass, just nips it off with Dudek. Dudek cuts back, but Jack Holder's built up that momentum, got the back wheel in the dirt. Plenty of traction for him out there.
Yeah, work to treat, and as I say, Dudek slipping to the back. It hasn't gone to plan for him this evening, but for Ty Wolfenden, that's a timely win for him. He only had 2 points from his first 2 outings, but now he moves on to 5 with that race win, and with the inside gates to come, he'll be hoping that that proves to be advantageous, with the inside gate working well this evening. But there's no doubt that that start from gate number 2 was top stuff. So here we go then. The lineup for heat number 12. Dan Bewley on the inside in red. Robert Lambert out of gate number 2 in blue. Kasper Verina comes out of gate number 3 in white. And Jakub Miskowiak having a good night off the outside in yellow. 2 Brits here going head-to-head on gates 1 and 2. Robert Lambert looking to build on those 5 points, doing a good job. And all of a sudden, he must be getting very excited about picking up a medal here tonight.
He's a rider in the ascendancy, that's for sure. He's having a great end to the season, and with Dudek and Bewley struggling.
Oh, he's in the tapes! Oh, a little bit of movement maybe from Bewley, maybe. But there's no doubt.
Won't matter.
Robert Lambert touching the tapes, and I've got to believe that that will see him out of the race. And let's see this again.
Yeah,
did Bewley move? Did he move a little bit?
No. I think Robert Lambert just impatient there. He's feeling the pressure. Yeah, first one to move, touches the tapes.
just looking across at the referee, and does he touch the tapes? He touches the tapes now. The blue light's on now, so
he's going to have to go for that.
It's gone. That's disappointing after such a good start. Clearly, just a lack of composure there. So he's out of heats number 12, and that's a disappointment for Robert Lambert. We'll just have to go back in and compose himself now. But the rain just begins to fall a little heavier now, so we will see.
Might be timely for Robert Lambert. Now he's put himself under a little bit of pressure because he's got 2 outside gates towards the end of the meeting.
Krzysztof Lewandowski will come in now as the track reserve, but for Robert Lambert, just a moment to reflect and time group to be able to build on the 5 points that he will have going into his 4th ride. So not great, but not a disaster when you consider Patrick Dudek is not doing a great job tonight. But this may be a bit of an opportunity here for Dan Bewley, because Bewley with 2 points after 2 rides, all of a sudden he could transform his night if he could get out of the start here and pick up his first win of the evening.
Yeah, we can see Lewandowski now just making his way out on track. He'll be excited about making his SGP debut. He scored 6 points last night in the SGP2, not a bad performance.
Yeah, pretty good actually, and he's a youngster of course, and he's quite clearly going to be very excited and nervous about the opportunity to ride here in the Senior Grand Prix in TORUN tonight. So he will be in gate number 2. Dan Bewley just having a few tweaks to his kit, and he's making his way round now to gate number 1, but you just sense if Dan Bewley is going to actually get a medal in this championship here tonight in round number 10, this is a crucial race for him. It hasn't been at his best so far, but there's no doubt that if he could win this race, then all of a sudden he gives himself a chance at the semis. Bewley on the inside in red then, Krzysztof Lewandowski out of gate number 2 in blue, Kasper Verino out of gate number 3 in white, and Jakub Miskowiak goes from the outside in yellow. A couple of youngsters here in Miskowiak and Lewandowski. Obviously Miskowiak far more experienced than Lewandowski, and Kasper Verino thrown into the mix, but I would suggest that this has to be an opportunity for Bewley right now.
Yeah, he's got to capitalise on having the inside gate. It is the best, but I tell you what, these young Polish riders, 3 of them on the outside of him, may not have the experience, but they're all quick on these tracks.
They are indeed. So here we go then. Heat number 12, second time of asking. Bewley's away nicely on the inside, gets there. He's hugging the inside. Miskowiak trying to chop back to the inside, but the reserve rider, Lewandowski, coming on strong in second place. Now Kasper Verino coming round the outside, but Bewley has got away here, needs to settle down. Lewandowski coming on strong here in second place, getting the better of Verino on the inside. Good ride from Lewandowski, brilliant stuff from him, but Bewley's out in front. This is exactly what he needed.
Yeah, this is not what we're used to seeing from Dan Bewley. He doesn't seem to have a lot of confidence in the speed of his bike. He's not riding right out in the dirt line, he's riding mid-track, and he tends to do that on these tracks when he don't have the speed.
So out in front, Dan Bewley just beginning to relax possibly now and allowing the bike to flow. Verino has got the better of Lewandowski and is in second place with Miskowiak out at the back. But we built it up and we said that it was an important race for Dan Bewley, needed a win, and he has duly delivered. That's pretty comfortable in the end. And he will move now on to 5 points. And with 2 qualifying races to come, he sets himself up for a decent chance of making the semi-finals. Needs a big result if he wants to get that bronze medal here tonight. But that ride there certainly should settle him down. 3 points for Bewley, 2 points for Verino in second place, 1 point for a good ride from Lewandowski there, the reserve rider. Terrific stuff from him, and Miskowiak misses out. Martin Vasilik clear out in front on 9 points, Janowski on 7. Madsen, Schmarzlik on 6, Lebedev's 5, Bewley as well, Verino on 5, Robert Lambert also 5. Of course, it's tight there with all those boys on 5 points. We're enjoying a terrific Grand Prix. Don't go anywhere. We've got Heat 13 for you very soon.
Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favourite riders in the Speedway GP World Title Race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.
The world is so full of bubbles. As an Expedia member, you earn points on top of your airline miles, so you can go and see more of all the world's bubbles.
What's the move?
Do you start your day with breakfast in bed? Or are you up and at 'em with a Danish instead? One focaccia coming at you or just white sliced bread? There's an avocado just for you.
Just with more choice than any other supermarket and £20 off your first shop.
Want a whole frozen section behind a skidoo? There's an avocado just for you.
There's an avocado just for you.
My mama told me, she said, son, live in a place where love won't grow. It's hard on a woman to love her man when he can't reach his destiny. And that's why I gotta move on.
Born Confident, the new Volkswagen T-Roc. Also available as a cabriolet.
Be your own boss. Boss Bottled Parfum, the new intensity.
Mom, she's on my laptop again.
Oi, Olivia, down here. Learning with Barclays Life Skills gives you great money knowledge. Yes, Olivia. Woo! Join the 13 million who've used our free learning program.
Whoa!
I am what I am. I don't want praise. I don't want pity. And so, if I love it sparkle and it's bangle, why not see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out, I am
Good crowd in, great atmosphere as there always is here, Chris, and I've got to say that it's always a real privilege to be able to come here. We'll reflect on the Gates' success first, and it will be interesting reading for you. Certainly that inside Gates still remains the favourite one, but Gates 2 and 3 there certainly coming on strong, but Gate 4, wow, that is going to be crucial. You do not want to get the last pick in the semi-finals, do you?
That's not going to make interesting reading for anybody who's got Gate 4 to come in the remaining heats, but you never know. The end of the meeting is when it's likely to slightly come better, with the dirt line being crucial and the first one to get there.
So, while we've got this opportunity, we will bring some highlights for you on what we've seen so far. So there we are, just a moment to be able to look back on the action we've seen so far this evening, and it has been terrific. And even though the rain has been drizzling now for some period of time, I must say the track is holding up quite nicely. The racing isn't quite as good as we saw in the first 4 heats, but nonetheless, we're still being royally entertained. A little bit more track grading going on before we get on with the action in heat number 13. Take a look at that. Get involved with the social media. You will keep you updated on all what is going on in the world of Speedway, particularly SGP, of course. But I say, a few twists and turns to come tonight, you would suggest. And will Bartosz Zmarzlik win his first race here tonight?
Yeah, he's struggled. He hasn't been making starts. He's coming off gate 2 in heat 13, the next race up. He's got Janowski on the outside of him, and Leon Madsen, unfortunately for Leon Madsen, he's got the gate number 4 that has not been making good starts, so going to be tough for him from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Janowski going along nicely as well. Looks fast tonight. No doubt about it, Zmarzlik. He always seems to generate and work that bike, and even though he hasn't been winning races, he's certainly been very entertaining with 3 second places so far. But when you get to the semi-finals, you do want to have a race win in your back pocket, if at all possible, if it gets a bit tight. But you suggest for Bartosz Zmarzlik, with 2 races for him to come for the semi-finals, he will get in there. So riders appearing back out on track, and the top 2 in the world, gold and silver, decided, of course, and they go head-to-head here. Madsen responding brilliantly after he failed to score in his second outing, and that was really quite a crafty ride there where he snuck up the inside. Had a lot of composure there, showed a lot of maturity to be able to just hold that inside line and get himself to the front.
Yeah, it certainly did. Just reflecting on Bartosz Zmarzlik, you wouldn't put it past him to fail to win a race. Of course, he can still get to the final without winning a race and then just win the one that counts.
Yeah.
We saw the opposite with Victor Lampard in SGP2 last night, unbeaten in 6 races, and had made the start in the final only for a rerun and missed the start. And Jakub Miskowiak took full advantage.
Yeah, and then stole 3rd place off of him as well, just for good measure. That was a tough moment for the youngster, but I'm sure he'll be back, and it was a very fine display from Lampard, that's for sure. Riders are up at tapes. We've got 3 riders there, and I do believe that we are just waiting for Jakub Miskowiak, who's just having the last few moments with his crew. He's on his way now, but he's up against some big hitters here, that's for sure. And Maciej Janowski has had a season that hasn't been to his liking, I would suggest, but can he just get a bit of consolation out of it, secure a top 6 tonight, and make sure that he can be involved for next year. Leon Madsen, of course, will love to try and get the better of the 2 Polish boys. On the inside is Jakub Miskowiak, red helmet colour, blue helmet colour in gate number 2 for Bartosz Zmarzlik. Maciej Janowski at a gate number 3 in white, and Leon Madsen from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Heat number 13. Good-looking lineup. Miskowiak's going along pretty nicely, actually, tonight. He's been on the pace, that's for sure. Tapes are up. Miskowiak's made a great start on the inside. Zmarzlik's there with him. He's in the middle of the track, trying to chop back to the inside. He's there. Janowski round the outside, coming through into 3rd place with Leon Madsen. Once again, that gate number 4 really is problematic tonight. But, wow, look at this from the former under-21 world champion. Out in front, jet propelled. Bartosz Zmarzlik once again having to get accustomed to being in 2nd place tonight. Zmarzlik's going to push hard right to the checkered flag, that's for sure. But Miskowiak looking good out in front here.
What a huge race this would be for Jakub Miskowiak if he can win it. Zmarzlik now, Zmarzlik putting him under pressure. Big dive bomb up the inside. Nice move from Bartosz Zmarzlik. He's not happy, settling for 2nd place. I'll tell you what, Miskowiak's coming back at him. He's going to do well to get back in front of Zmarzlik, but he's putting the pressure on.
Zmarzlik out in front now for the first time. Brilliant move down the inside of Miskowiak. Miskowiak's ridden well there for 2nd place. Janowski hangs on for 3rd with Leon Madsen having an up-and-down night tonight. Wins or loses races. But for Bartosz Zmarzlik, all of a sudden turning on the style there. Didn't fancy being beaten by the former under-21 world champion, that's for sure. Bartosz Zmarzlik out in front, 3 points. Jakub Miskowiak riding nicely, 2 points for him. Janowski coming through into 3rd, and Leon Madsen failing to score for the 2nd time tonight. But for the reigning world champion, that was a handy win for him, and he's now in the semi-finals and beginning to build into this meeting.
Yeah, it was beginning to look like he would be beaten again into another second place, but not to be. But what a start there from young Jakub Miskowiak. Makes a great start, just goes around the inside, but Bartosz Marzlik wheels in line and straight up the inside, right straight across him. Fair play to Miskowiak though, he makes the cutback, looks for the line up the inside, but certainly Schmarzlik's got that one covered. But I'll tell you what, you can see the water, the spray there when he comes in on the inside line. The track is still quite wet down there on the curb, but certainly hasn't put a dampener on the racing so far.
No, a good speedway race, and Bartosz Marzlik certainly providing terrific action there. As I say, he's not making starts tonight, but certainly is racing really well, and going along very nicely now, so is looking good, and moving on to 9 points from his 4 outings, with another gate 2 to come in his last outing. So the champion looking set for another semi-final at the very least. So now we've got Patrick Dudek out here alongside Dan Bewley, and this is, well, I don't know if it's too late for Patrick Dudek already, but he's just simply got to win this one. Mikko Mikkelsen on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Dan Bewley. Gate 3 in white is Patrick Dudek, and Paweł Szapelski goes from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. He's ridden 3 bikes tonight, Paweł Szapelski. Things are not going well for him at all.
He hasn't found the right one just yet.
No, he hasn't, no, but there's no doubt that Patrick Dudek, I mean, I can't quite know what's gone wrong. He rides here, and he knows his place so well, but he just hasn't found the key to conditions whatsoever. Dan Bewley, with that timely win last time, needs to keep building on that if he wants bronze medal. Here we go then. Heat number 14, we're underway. Bewley, great start. Mikkelsen's there as well, but Mikkelsen drives well to the first turn. Round the inside, Bewley on the outside. Will it be enough? They go roaring into the bottom corner with Bewley now winding it on round the outside of Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen pushing him hard, but Bewley in the door. Oh, so tight. Oh, Mikkelsen slammed the door shut there, and Bewley had to come out of the throttle. Dudek's back in 3rd place. That's not enough for him. But for Mikkelsen and Bewley, now going head-to-head, 1st and 2nd, little to choose between the two.
Yeah, Mikkelsen very, very tough on Dan Bewley there, completely shut the door on him, and Bewley hasn't thrown in the towel. This would move him on to 7 points. But he's just looking to cut back. He hasn't gone all the way around the fence. I think maybe thinking better of that, realising that Mikkelsen means business.
Well, he certainly did earlier on in the race. Oh! Crikey, got a load of grip. I thought he was going to run in the side of Mikkelsen. Just about pulled him back in the nick of time. Mikkelsen, whoa, that was a tough ride from him, but he picks up enough to win. Got to say for Dan Bewley, handy 2 points, but needs to keep pushing on. But for Patrick Dudek, just 2 points from 4 outings. Well, I would suggest that bronze medal has slipped away from him, and it could just be a shootout between Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley now. Mikkelsen out in front, 3 points for him. Dan Bewley picks up 2nd place, 2 points. Patrick Dudek back in 3rd, 1 point. Szapelski's night, well, just isn't his night. He's failed to score in all 4 outings so far.
Yeah, important points here for both Mikkelsen and Dan Bewley as they give themselves a chance of making the semi-finals with 1 qualifying heat each to go. But Dudek, again, just failing to get into the big points. 2 points from 2 rides, not going to be enough for him. This is where Mikkelsen is extremely tough there on Dan Bewley, and shuts the door, slams the door shut, and takes the 3 points. But Dan Bewley's moved on to 7. We'll give him a fighting chance.
Absolutely right, and he's got 1 more ride to come, but there's that move there, that ruthless move there for Mikkelsen. Grand-Prix racing is tough, and it was certainly on show there. Bewley there just lifting. I thought for a moment he might just have run in the side of Mikkelsen, but he just was able to grab hold of it in time. But for that man, it was a handy win, because he wasn't having a great night up until that point. Failed to score in his 3rd ride, but he's on 6 points now, so giving himself a squeak of a semi-final with 1 more qualifying race to come. So here we are. Riders are getting themselves ready now for Heat 15. And great that this meeting continues, even though this rain has come down. So the line-up for 15 then is Andrei Lebedev's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Jack Holder on gate number 2 in blue. Kasper Verina comes out of gate number 3 in white. And Martin Vasilik, who is unbeaten so far tonight, gate 4. Now, will he be the first one? Will he be the first one to win from gate number 4? Any points I would suggest for Martin Vasilik from gate 4 here will be very handy indeed. Heat 15.
Lebedev's on the inside. He's been very competitive tonight.
He has indeed. So takes her up. Away we go. Vasilik doesn't get away very well at all. It's tight in the first corner. Lebedev's is there. Verina's on the outside with Jack Holder up the inside. And once again, that outside gate really just isn't working at all. Lebedev's, who's won a race earlier on. Here comes Vasilik now. Oh, my goodness. Where are they going? But Vasilik now dropping back to the inside. Jack Holder and Verina. Now they go either side of him. Wow, what speedway racing we've got here. Lebedev's out in front. The fireworks are going on behind him.
I tell you what, these corners just open up when you get there. You've got the bank. It gives the riders so much confidence. Vasilik now is a good move. 2 points would be great for him from gate 4. 2 very important points for him. And, well, out front, Andrei Lebedev. So this would move him on to 8 points. Great night for him.
Brilliant speedway there. Martin Vasilik riding out of his skin there to come through into second place. Oh, my goodness, down the back straight. Jack Holder and Verina almost clashing there. Verina coming through, the charge to the line. Lebedevs wins again tonight. 8 points. Terrific effort. And Martin Vasilik now, wow, 11 points for him. What a ride that was. He was nowhere off the start. And there was a moment there where I thought they were all going to come down, but they all stayed upright, and we saw another dramatic race here in TORUN. Lebedev's out in front, 3 points for him. Martin Vasilik back in second place, 2 points. Kasper Verina hanging on to third place, and Jack Holder probably thinks, wow, that's the hardest fourth place I've had in some time. Brilliant speedway again.
His efforts
yeah,
there,
he did,
Jack
yeah.
Holder. It was 4 laps of handlebar bashing with Verina for Schulich for the first couple of laps, but Lebedev's great start, just rode around the inside, didn't think to ride out wide and stop any runs. He had the confidence in his speed in the bike, but tell you what, it was going on behind him. Jack Holder just moving through on the opening lap, second place, up the inside of Verina there, and at this point Martin Vasilik thinks, okay, you two boys are going to scrap on the outside. I'm ducking around the inside. Wise move from him as the other two are scrapping, Verina and Jack Holder. Then they go either side of him. These corners, they just open up. You've got so many lines to choose from. It's great stuff.
And Martin Vasilik did a remarkable job there. He went from second to fourth and then back to second in the same race. Wow, that was some speedway race. You just couldn't take your eyes off of it. Really breathtaking stuff in heat number 15. So superb action here in the Marion Rose Motor Arena tonight, that's for sure. Got to say, Martin Vasilik, how can you be last twice and then very nearly come on to win the race? It really was quite dramatic stuff. And Verina there just forcing his way through into third place late on in the race to deny Jack Holder. So there, terrific speedway once again. Lebedev's having a great night, best Grand Prix of the season by far. Almost certainly with 2 race wins looking set for a semi-final tonight. Gate 4 to come. Oh dear.
Might be tough.
There we go. But heat 16 then will complete the block of races for us now. And we will see Ty Wolfenden out here once again. So he goes from the inside in the red helmet colour. Fredrik Lindgren goes from gate number 2 in blue. Robert Lambert on a warning coming out of gate number 3 in white. And Jason Doyle from the outside in yellow. Wolfenden a winner last time, of course. Oh, movement there. Wolfenden definitely moved, and that just sucked in Freddie Lindgren in gate 2.
I'll tell you what, Robert Lambert didn't need that. He's already on a warning.
Fortunately, he was looking the other way.
Yeah. It's just you just don't know if you're on a warning already, and there's movement everywhere.
Your heart rate's up. There's no doubt about that. You're a bit concerned, but Jesper Steentoft, the referee, will have another look at this, and I just sense that Wolfenden may have twitched there. He does. He does.
It's Lindgren, isn't it? That's
sucked him in. So frustrating when that happens.
Yeah.
So frustrating, but there's no doubt that Wolfenden will get a warning here, I would suggest, and Lindgren will be excluded.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of warnings and an exclusion for Lindgren by the looks of things.
Tough. No exclusion light on yet. So we will see what decision that Jesper Steentoft makes. I'm quite handy, actually, I can see him. So it's He wants to see it again. He's just watching it again. He wants to be absolutely certain.
I think he wants to be certain that Ty didn't touch them first. Oh.
So it looks like we haven't got an exclusion here.
Interesting.
So referee feeling that an unsatisfactory start. Unusual there, that I was expecting.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it because it is harsh on Freddie Lindgren with all that movement going on.
Yeah, so he obviously felt that Freddie's bike didn't touch the tape, it was only his helmet. So I thought it was any part of the rider or bike, but nonetheless, the referee has made his decision and we will see all 4 riders back up at tapes. Tense stuff here tonight in TORUN, that's for sure. See it again, see exactly what went on here. No doubt that Woffinden moves.
Woffinden moves, that unsettles Freddie Lindgren, who just dips. Actually, Freddie Lindgren's the first one to move. And then Ty moves, and then Freddie takes a final stab at it and just to touch the tapes with his peak, not with his bike, but on the same as you. I thought that would be an exclusion for Freddie Lindgren.
Now reprieve there. Both riders getting a warning, of course. They're former teammates with the Wolverhampton team, of course. They won the league back in 2016 when they were riding together. Here we go. This is going to be an interesting moment here with the race director, Phil Morris, coming over to talk to Freddie Lindgren. So...
yeah, looks like he's out.
So what's gone on there then?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I would have said he had to have had an exclusion.
So now we've got the red exclusion light on. So what's the story here? We're being told that all 4 riders are back. And now...
confusion is what's going on here, Carl. It is considered Woffinden to have touched the tapes first.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Nor am I.
I know that
I don't think he did.
There's no doubt that Freddie Lindgren's peak touched the tape, so he's
now riding off the track.
He's been told that he is no longer part of this race. Woffinden hasn't left the track.
No, his light definitely came on, but...
it is on now. But whether he's excluded or not, or he's going to throw 2 riders out. We've gone from all 4 back to potentially only 2 of the original starters going to be in the rerun.
No
but Woffinden
message being given to Woffinden.
So we'll just take our time a moment here because quite clearly some confusion over the decision. And it will be interesting to see exactly what the outcome is. Phil Morris.
Rider in red helmet is disqualified. Number 16.
So now maybe the wrong rider left the track. Ty Woffinden clearly very disappointed with the outcome of that. And I must say, I wasn't sure that he did touch the tapes, actually.
No, I don't think he did, but...
I know that Freddie Lindgren definitely did with his peak.
Yep.
I've got to say that I'm not sure that's totally satisfactory. As I say, we've gone from all 4 back to then potentially the rider that did move on the inside. There's no doubt about that Woffinden moved, but whether he actually touched the tapes or not,
well,
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, he was the second one to move. He's just explaining to race director Phil Morris there that he turned the handlebars to make sure that the front wheel didn't touch the tapes. And for that, there would be just a warning and no exclusion. We've got to look very carefully on the inside. Ty Woffinden. First of all, the movement there from Freddie, then Ty.
Yeah, he did.
I
think it just clipped the front tyre, you know. I think it may just have clipped the front tyre.
The referee must have a magnifying glass.
I think it might just have. I've got these glasses on. Do you want to try them?
Yeah, I'll have a go with those.
Okay, yeah. And Freddie Lindgren, who thought he was thrown out of the race, looks like he's back in it. And Ty Woffinden is the one that has been excluded. And it does appear that Ty Woffinden, on the 3rd time of asking, looks like he just touched the tape. So massive disappointment for the former 3-time world champion after winning so well last time out. So under a lot of pressure now with just 1 ride to go to make the semi-finals. The best he can do is 8 points here this evening. He's on 5. So we've got Matthias Afelt here, the young track reserve coming in to replace a 3-time former world champion. Well, there we are. I think we finally got through that. And at the end of the day, Robert Lambert and Jason Doyle had to be patient. So the lineup then for heat 16 is Matthias Afelt on the inside in red, Freddie Lindgren out of gate number 2 on a warning in blue, gate number 3 Robert Lambert likewise with a warning, and off the outside in yellow is Jason Doyle. Slightly strange that the race director stepped in there and overruled effectively the original decision from Jesper Steentoft.
Yeah, there was a long conversation going on with the referee. I'm not sure exactly who he was talking to, but I'm assuming it was race director Phil Morris.
I think it must have been. That's why Phil then charged across. Anyway, we've got to the bottom of it, and possibly, in the end, the right decision may well have been made. So let's hope so. I do hope so. But anyway, heat number 16 will complete the 4th block of races here tonight. And certainly now, Ty Woofenden, like Robert Lambert, has an exclusion. So for Lambert on 5 points, out of gate number 3, chasing a bronze medal, 3 points behind Dudek coming into tonight. All right, what a start from Freddie Lindgren. Absolutely jet-propelled. Doyle coming from the outside. Certainly the meat in the sandwich there initially was Robert Lambert. Here comes Doyle around the outside of Matthias Afelt, charging up this the inside. What a forceful move there from the Australian to get himself into second place. Really tough Speedway there, but what a start from Freddie Lindgren, powering away out in front.
What a start from Freddie Lindgren. The bike just bolted away from the start, and now Jason Doyle's got the bit between his teeth, riding a little bit wider than Freddie Lindgren, looking for every little bit of traction he can find. Tell you what, he's generating the speed. It's coming slowly, but he's getting there.
Here we go then, roaring round the outside in turns 3 and 4. Freddie Lindgren just about got it covered. Into the last lap. Doyle giving it everything in second place. Freddie Lindgren, no smart ride from him, had it all covered there. Lambert back in 3rd place. But for Freddie Lindgren, brilliant start and a terrific ride there. Deserved the win. He was thrown out of the race at one point. Thought he wasn't even in it. Had a reprieve and picks up a brilliant win. You just can't script this Speedway lark, can you?
Not tonight. Fantastic stuff.
Wow. Freddie Lindgren coming through in flying colours there in heat 16. 3 points for him. Jason Doyle back in second place, 2 points. Strong ride from Doyle. Robert Lambert relegated to 3rd place, 1 point, and the young Matthias Afelt fails to score. Vasilik out in front after 4 rides on 11. Schmarzlik in second place, 9. Lebedev's having a good night on 8. So is Janowski on 8 as well. Dan Bewley there, solid on 7.
Super tight for the top 8.
It is indeed. And right down to Leon Madsen there in 6 points. But Mikkel Mikkelsen, Arena 6. I mean, crikey, this last lot of heats is going to be vitally important.
Great sporting events make great stories. On Discovery Plus, watch Lycra Warriors battle.
It has been a blockbuster.
Hot shots fire.
The legend.
Sharpshooters strike.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is in 7th heaven.
And thrill seekers zoom. There's live sport for everyone on Discovery Plus. Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favourite riders in the Speedway GP World Title Race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.
What's the move? Gonna wild out. Catch a groove. She said, where you going? What's the move? Gonna wild out. Catch a groove. What's the move?
Everyone's feeling the squeeze right now. So we want to make it a little easier to save on your energy bills. Our free Energy Hub shows you where you're using the most energy, so you can take control, helping you to save up to £70 per year.
Orders. can be useful, but not always. Glass ceiling, classic border.
You're not listening to me!
No, you're not listening.
Political borders, very popular these days. Sometimes the borders are within. But when we see beyond borders, we see opportunity everywhere.
Oh, there's one.
Triple Mackay, White and Mackay, triple mature the whiskey for...
I think we need a little bit more maturity. Yeah?
White and Mackay, triple mature the whiskey for a smoother, richer taste.
Yeah, it's still not enough. Guys, can you mature it again, please? Thank you.
White and Mackay triple mature their whiskey for a smoother, richer taste.
It's the third maturation that makes all the difference. White and Mackay.
With the biggest range of cars to buy entirely online, it's no wonder everyone's cinching it. Holly cinched it. The Pollitt family cinched it.
I cinched it.
Even my mum cinched a quality motor.
You know you're everywhere.
This guy cinched it.
You'll go nowhere, son.
Yeah, but no unexpected charges. With so many great reasons to buy, the nation aren't just nailing it, they're cinching it.
Yeah, really good to hear from Brian, a terrific rider in his own right, of course, and has been a successful engine tuner, particularly back in the day with Nicky Pedersen winning world championships. Has been out of the limelight for a few years, I would suggest, but great to see him back on the scene working with Leon Madsen, and quite clearly he's the talk of the town regarding the new digital ignition system. I like it because it looks like a discotheque. I think that's fairly...
You're a big fan of the lights.
Yes, I am. I do like them very much indeed. But he explained it actually very concisely there about the options that you can have. Will be interesting to see how many riders take it up. I don't think Bartosz Marslik's using it tonight, but there is no question that quite a lot of them are. Freddie Lindgren certainly is.
Yeah.
And as I say, you can do all sorts of tricks with it. We saw earlier on in the practice here earlier on today where Leon Madsen was actually downloading exactly what had happened in the previous session. You can see the RPM and all sorts of things going on. So the inside gate's still proving to be the most successful. Gate number 2, 5 wins from there, 3 wins out of gate number 3, and still no wins from the outside. So Martin Vasilik picking up 2 points, as did Jason Doyle. Very handy points. Any points scored from gate 4 tonight, you're going to be rejoicing when you get back in the pits, that's for sure. Very tight going into this last round of races. Freddie Lindgren and Jason Doyle on 7 points apiece, but Freddie beat Doyle last time, and they've both had 1 race win each. So that is going to be nip and tuck right through, and certainly the results in their final rides here in the last block of races is going to be absolutely key. And Jason Doyle we will see coming out in the very next race, so I would suggest a second place at a minimum is required for him.
Dudek comes out in this one, he's actually in danger of slipping outside of the top 6.
Which is quite remarkable.
That he was chasing, the third place medal in the championship is remarkable.
Yeah, it hasn't been his night, that's for sure, and he'll be bitterly disappointed with the way it's gone so far. But for Dudek, he can't make the semi-finals tonight, and as you rightly say, as it pans out, we'll be able to bring that information for you as the semi-finals are completed. But there's no doubt for Dudek, it does look like it's going to end in disappointment after such a sparkling run in the last 6 Grand Prix. So, and particularly at home, that's going to smart for him, no doubt about that. So here we go then, heat number 17 for you. As I say, we've witnessed some sparkling stuff so far this evening. I'm sure we're going to see plenty more in the next 6-7 heats to come to complete the SGP season. It's the 4 Nature Solutions FIM Speedway GP of Poland here in the Marion Rose Arena for you this evening, and we are thoroughly enjoying it. Dudek, there's the man we've just been chatting about. Needs some sort of consolation really here. A win would be really useful, but it isn't.
Salvage something,
no,
yeah.
you have to salvage something out of the night. So the line-up for 17, Leon Madsen on the inside in red, Patrick Dudek out of gate number 2 in blue, Jason Doyle from gate number 3 in white, and Kasper Verena from the outside in yellow. Big race for Verena as well on 6 points. A win here would see him in the semis. So
everybody needs points.
Yeah, it's such a tight night, that's for sure. Conditions have played their part. Leon Madsen either wins a race or fails to score in a race so far. He's had 2 wins and 2 lasts. So on that inside gate with a freshly prepared track, well, the way it's gone now, if he goes to form, he's going to win it. Here we go. We will wait and see. So number 17, heat 17, takes up. Madsen's made a great start on the inside, hugs the inside. Doyle coming up the inside of Dudek, forces his way. Ooh. Tough crash. Yeah. Tough crash.
Yeah, they're fortunate. They just managed to
just got the end of the airbag.
It's the very last bag.
Yeah. I've got to say, on first viewing live, I think Jason Doyle's in trouble.
Yeah, but I'd have to see it again because
I think he's in trouble. I think he might just have collected Dudek on the way through. And
a reserve comment on that one.
Well,
I've seen it again.
I'm just thinking that Dudek's night has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, first concern is that for both the riders,
they're all right.
They're okay.
Yeah. Medical staff on the scene immediately. Great to see.
Doyle's up.
Doyley's all right. Tough man, but he's going to have to hold his breath here for a minute while Jesper Steentoft, who's been a busy man tonight. The referees had to make some big calls. So Patrick Dudek, certainly some concern for him. So we won't see the replays until we know exactly what his situation is. But was a tricky looking incident coming out of that first corner. Doyle was pushing very hard.
Looks like he's sat up, which is good to see. We'll take another look. It's Dudek in blue there, and Jason Doyle cuts back off the gate 3, moves across. Yeah, I mean, he's moved over. It's
it's clouded him, isn't he?
Tend to agree with you, Kelvin. It's reasonably simple. I don't think Dudek has stopped.
He's taken him off the bike.
Equally, Jason Doyle hasn't moved over, but I do think Jason will go for it.
Yeah. So just make sure that Patrick Dudek is okay. There will be a delay as well because they've got to repair the air fence, so there won't be a rush to get heat 17 underway. This is the key moment there. I think Jason just moves there. The bike straightens up a fraction there.
Not a lot. I mean, you could argue that Dudek is trying to stop his run up the inside, but yeah, I've got a feeling that Jason Doyle will be the one to go.
Yes, Jesper Steentoft is still looking at it.
Well, I can understand because Dudek is leaning on him and trying to stop the run. We haven't got a conclusive angle as to whether Jason Doyle actually changes his line and moves out, because he's turned the bike very hard there on the inside. There's the argument. No, he hasn't moved off his line yet. I tell you what, tough one.
But the way the referee, I think, will read that is he's clouted Dudek and taken him off his bike. I think that might well be the conclusion of it.
Could be.
He looks like he may well have made his decision now, so we'll get that information to you as soon as we possibly can. Good to see Dudek back up on his feet. So the air fence has taken a battering there. So while we wait for the decision from the referee, we will get some reaction now from Scotty Nichols with Andrei Lebedev's.
Yeah, Andrei Lebedev's joins me just while I'm having a little break. Hope that Dudek is okay. Andrei, you've had a tough time in the Grand Prix, but tonight it's going great for you.
Yeah, every round, every heat I go and feel better, yeah. And today, yeah, I'm start without pressure, without nervous, and just enjoy Speedway, and yeah, and results comes.
Do you feel it's just because you're more relaxed, you've not made any changes to the engines between the last Grand Prix and this?
No, I always know everything is in my head, yeah, and I have a perfect engines, good bikes, good team, and I need to find just in my head something what give me power for win. And today, yeah, I enjoy Speedway, I enjoy TORUN track, this atmosphere here, brilliant crowd, and yeah.
Well, you found something that's working in your head, so thanks for chatting. Good luck the rest of the night.
Thank you.
So thanks, Scott, but the news for you now is that Jason Doyle has been excluded from Heat 17, and as a consequence his Grand Prix may just be over tonight, and that's a big blow for Jason Doyle. I did sense that maybe it would be him to go, and the referee took several looks at it.
Yeah, I can understand that. It wasn't a clear-cut decision, but I think it's the right one.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately for the Australian rider here, when he ran in the side of him, so frustration for Jason Doyle. And such a good ride last time where he powered his way into second place and had set himself up for the semi-finals, and it hasn't just worked out. And when you consider how poor a night Dudek's had, that just adds to the frustration, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a very, very tough night for Patrick. Considering he's on his home track here at TORUN, he just hasn't got it together. I don't know if that's maybe added a little bit to the pressure for him tonight as he was looking to hang on to that bronze medal in the championship, but now he's got more things to worry about because it does look like he could dip out of the top 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt that his experience, a former world #2, of course, to Jason Doyle, how ironic is that? And of course, I just thought that might just see him through tonight, but hasn't been the case. And Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley going along okay tonight. Bewley sitting on 7 points there with 2 second places and a win. And Robert Lambert with work to do on 6 points. But we can get some reaction now from the man that's just been excluded. He joins Scotty Nichols. It's Jason Doyle.
Yeah, Jason Doyle joins me. Jason, clearly very frustrated by that decision. How do you see it?
Oh, he knew I was going past him, eh? Just I see it as like a football foul when you know you're coming. He just tried to lean against me, and I was already through, and he went down like a pussy, eh? So I know it's tough on me. I need to get in the semi-finals, but yeah, he wasn't going to even make the semi-finals before that, so yeah, very disappointed.
I know how frustrating it is, and keep your fingers crossed you still have a chance to be in that semi-final, but we know how much this means to you. You desperately want to be in those Grand Prix next year.
Yeah, I should be there, just trying to get the bike working the way I can, but when your luck's down, it's down. It just shows tonight that when the rider wants to fall off like that, it just shows that you've got no chance of getting in the semis.
It does, but you're doing everything you can, mate. You made lots of changes, so like I said, 2023 this year's not gone to plan, but you want to be there next year, yeah?
Yeah, 100%, mate. This is where the top boys ride, and I know I've got a lot to give this for the Grand Prix in the future, so if I can just get my head right and the bike's working at the same time, it's an easy sport.
Well, you know what you're capable of, we all know what you're capable of, and thanks for chatting, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, well done, Scotty. And getting the reaction there. The raw reaction from down in the pits there. Clearly frustrated Jason Doyle. He's going to need a bit of good fortune if he's going to make the semi-finals tonight. We'll just see it once again. Tough decision for the referee as well. Have to have some sympathy, but I don't know.
I tend to agree with Jason. I understand his frustration. I understand the explanation, because I do think that Patrick Dudek is well aware of the fact that, and you got to consider that Jason Doyle is a half a bike length in front at that point as well.
I just feared that the fact that because he's on the inside and he's hit Dudek, I understand about leaning in and all the rest of it, the referee will interpret it that way.
Doesn't make it correct, Colin.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that that's why. Well, no, we won't. But the fact is that so often is the case.
Yes, absolutely.
When they interpret it, that sort of incident. And a racing one, a tough one, would have been tough on either rider if they'd been clearly for Jason Doyle, would suggest, after really pushing on well in his last ride.
He's definitely looked more competitive tonight, and seeing the old fight in his belly.
Certainly there was some real grit and determination there, there's no doubt about that, but unfortunately for him, he's going to have to keep his fingers crossed. He's under major threat from riders like Leon Madsen, Mikael Mikkelsen and Casper Verina, Robert Lambert as well. They can all overhaul him, so and they've got rides to come, of course, so 7 points might not be enough tonight to make the semis. Looking unlikely, actually. But for Patrick Dudek, as you say, that's quite a remarkable situation he finds himself in, chasing a bronze medal, in third place coming into the final round, might slip out of the rankings tonight, the top 6.
Yeah, I wasn't even considering that as we came into tonight. Wasn't particularly on my radar until
this thing from my mind.
Until we've seen such a poor performance from him.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out for him. So a consolation possibly for Dudek. He's in the rerun. So heat 17, the air fence has been fixed. And it does appear that we are now going to get back on with the Speedway racing here this evening. So here's the lineup for you. Heat number 17, on the inside is Leon Madsen in red. Patrick Dudek on gate number 2 in blue. No rider in gate number 3, Jason Doyle excluded, and Casper Verina, the wild card, going from the outside. Helps Verina, actually. No rider on gate number 3. He'll have a clearer run into that first corner. Will he be able to capitalise? A point almost guaranteed if the bike keeps running here for Verina. That'll move him on to 7 points, but that probably won't be enough for Verina. He needs a second place at the very least. He has had a race win, which could prove to be very handy, but there's no doubt for Leon Madsen as well. Madsen on 6 points. And as I said, prior to the initial staging of here, he's had 2 wins and 2 lasts, and it would suggest if the form keeps going, he's going to win this Heat 17. And I do believe it stopped raining, which is great news indeed, so I'm pleased to see that. So here we go then, Heat 17. Green light is about to come on. It's on now, takes up, we're away. Great start from Dudek, but Leon Madsen gets a nice run through the first corner, gets himself to the front. Verina off the outside, Dudek pushing hard in second place. Leon Madsen's a tough man to pass though, running wide in turns 3 and 4 in the opening lap. Gets there, hangs on to the lead, covers it nicely by chopping it back to the inside, running wide, coming out of turn 2, second time around, firing himself to front. Leon Madsen out in front, looking like he could win this heat and move on to 9 points into the semi-finals. Dudek back in second place.
Yeah, with 2 previous race wins, 8 points may have been enough for Leon Madsen, but he wants to make absolutely sure of it. He hits the front, looking good. Dudek, he needs the points. He really does need to hang on to that top 6.
Yeah, second place might not be enough. It's been a disappointing night, that's for sure. But for Leon Madsen, although it's been up and down, he's going to finish on a high here in Heat 17 out of the last corner. And a smashing win for him. It was nip and tuck going to the first corner. It looked for a moment Dudek may well be able to get there, but that run into the first turn off the inside gate proving to be decisive for the man who's finished second in the world this year in 2022, replicating what he did in 2019. 3 points for Madsen. Patrick Dudek, 2 points for him. Casper Verina picking up 1 point in third place, and of course Jason Doyle was excluded there. So now we see these point standings. Lebedev's looking good, but Martin Vaslik still going along very nicely. Verina on 7 points is in the top 8. Freddie Lindgren, probably courtesy of the fact that he's beaten Doyle, is in 8th, and that is another blow for Jason Doyle. So not looking good for the Australian, but for that man, he's through to the semis.
Yeah, it doesn't make the best of starts here. Dudek actually gets to the corner first, but he just creeps around the inside. Dudek now knows he's beaten. He runs out to the dirt. Madsen elects to stay around the inside on the entire first lap. And a great ride from Leon Madsen. 3 race wins, 9 points. He's in the semi-finals. And Dudek, well, throwing everything he's got at it, but may well not be enough for him.
No, it hasn't been a great night, and Dudek finishes on 4 points, so he's not going to get many World Championship points for that, that's for sure. But for Leon Madsen, clearly, as I say, he's had a strange night in some regard, but nonetheless, he's delighted to have a silver medal in his back pocket. He'll receive that a little later on, but for right now, he's still got at least 1 more race to come. But he can relax just for a few moments, because there's 3 more races to come before we see the gate choices for the semi-finals. So heat number 18, the lineup then is Ty Woofenden on the inside in the red helmet colour. Mikkelsen comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Jakub Moscoviak out of gate number 3 in white. And Andrei Lebedev's off the outside in the yellow helmet colour there, and I've got to say 8 points to his name. He's the top scoring rider in this race, and that hasn't been the case in previous Grand Prix, but he's doing a sterling work tonight. But this is a big race here now for Ty Woofenden. 5 points, simply has to win the race, and with 2 race wins on 8 points, might just be enough. Here we go then. Heat number 18, tapes up. Mikkelsen, terrific out of gate 2. Woofenden dropped the clutch, but the bike just spun up there. He's round the inside. Lebedev's round the outside. Got to say, Woofenden just about closing the door there on the Latvian rider, but Mikkelsen out in front's a fast rider. And from that point on, it's going to be very difficult to peg back. Certainly for Woofenden, he's going to have to find something extra special if he wants to make the semi-finals.
Yeah, he is. He's now just switched back to the inside to see if he can make that work a little better. He was following the outside line with Mikkelsen, realises that that's not going to get him through. He's gone round the inside. Don't think he's going to be able to generate enough speed to shut the door on Mikkelsen from there.
No, it hasn't worked so far. Mikkelsen so good away from gate 2, powering away out in front. He's pretty comfortable now. Looking like Mikkelsen's going to have a very useful win now. He had 6 points prior to this race, and this win will see him through on 9 points. Really good, useful ride. Disappointment for Woofenden back in second place. Lebedev's on to 9 points. So it's going to be so tight tonight with so many riders dropping points, but it's going to be awfully, awfully close. And there's no doubt that Lebedev's now on 9 points, is in third place at this stage in the top 8, but that may change with Janowski having a ride to come. Mikkelsen out in front, 3 points for him. Ty Woofenden back in second place. 2 points, 1 point for Lebedev's, and Jakub Mickowiak missing out in heat number 18. And I've got to say, when we see the start again here, see the standings now, Castorina is in 8th place, Dan Bewley with a ride to come is in 7th, Freddie Lindgren there, and Jason Doyle and Ty Woofenden all on 7 points, but Doyle and Woofenden have completed, so Freddie Lindgren still with every chance of making the top 8.
Yeah, just the starts again for heat 18. And gate 2 seems to be coming good now. It's joining gate 1 as one of the better gates, but Mikkelsen launched away superbly there, like driving all the way to the corner. Lebedev's looks like he's going to get a run around the outside on the opening lap there for Ty Woofenden, but doesn't manage to do it. And Ty, for the first lap, 2 laps, he just follows Mikkelsen, realises that with Mikkelsen riding the wide line that he is, there's going to be no way past. Looks to the inside, he just can't find that traction. But yeah, Mikkelsen and his pit crew very happy with that.
Yeah, rightly so. He started with 3 points from 3 rides and then rattled off 2 back-to-back wins, which has transformed his night. So fair play to him. And all of a sudden, he is looking at a good result here tonight. A semi-final to come for Mikkel Mikkelsen. That's for sure. So here we go then, once again, crunch time for Dan Bewley. He sits on 7 points. So here we are, Jack Holder on the inside in the red helmet colour, Bartosz Zmarzlik out of gate number 2 in blue, Dan Bewley coming out of gate number 3 in white, and Freddie Lindgren going along nicely as well on the outside in yellow. Big race for Freddie Lindgren here. He's in 9th place on 7 points. Needs points here, definitely. So does Dan Bewley to maintain his place in that top 8. He's in 7th at this stage, but got to be amongst the points if he wants to go further in this Grand Prix. Keep the pressure on for that 3rd place in the world. Here we go then. Heat 19. Tapes up. Good start. Once again, that gate 2 really does drive nicely, but Jack Holder forcing his way through on the inside of the world champion. Hits the front. Dan Bewley now relegated to the back with Freddie Lindgren coming roaring around the outside. Dan Bewley, this could be not the result he was looking for. Look at this from Zmarzlik. Wow, what a move up the inside. Holder trying to respond around the outside, but Zmarzlik, where did he find that grip from? Where did he find that speed from? Superb stuff. Here comes Lindgren now.
I tell you where he found that speed and grip from. Throttle control and his movement on the bike, just getting on the back of the seat, all the weight back there. I'll tell you what though, rider in red there, not giving in. He's making chases. He's putting Zmarzlik back under a lot of pressure here. But Zmarzlik seems to have just found that pace later on in the meeting that he needs.
Here we go then, one last chance for Jack Holder. Can he get the better of the world champion? He sticks it in the dirt right round the outside of turns 3 and 4. Zmarzlik on the inside. He hangs on. Smarslik now back to winning ways for the world champion. 3 consecutive second places to start the night. Rattles off 2 wins. Moves on nicely now. 12 points for the world champion. Can never count him out. 3 points for Smarslik. Jack Holder, good ride from Jack Holder in second place, 2 points. Freddie Lingman back in third. Dan Bewley failing to score. So we see the standings now after 19 qualifying races. Smarslik out in front now, but Vasilik's got a race to come in heat 20. Dan Bewley hanging on by the skin of his teeth there in 8th place on 7 points. And Freddie Lingman on 8, Janowski on 8 with a race to come, of course. But I don't know if anybody else can overhaul him. Possibly Robert Lambert. Lambert's the one that could be the danger man. And we will see for Freddie Lingman. Here we see it again now, Chris.
Yeah, once again, gate 2 launched very well, but Jack Holder determined to get to the corner on the inside. And just looking at it again, you can see it's a pretty even break, but at this point, Smarslik is actually in front, but Jack Holder just keeps driving, just couldn't get across, didn't quite make good enough start to get across Jack Holder, and Jack works to the corner, sweeps around the inside, but Smarslik there just generating that speed, just a longer straight. Now he's right on the mudguard, he's actually not even sitting on the seat, and he's just working that throttle. It doesn't move very much, you can hardly see the movement, but yeah, fantastic speed. Finishes off his night in fine style after not being able to win a race in his first 3 with 2 wins.
Yep, absolutely right, and 12 points after his 5 rides so far this evening. And got to say, that was a much more encouraging ride from Jack Holder in second place. Suddenly found the speed there. Could have done with it a little bit earlier on, because unfortunately for Holder, he finishes just on 4 points tonight, but not for Bartosz Smarslik, the world champion. So heat number 20, on the inside is Martin Vasilik, going along very nicely indeed. Maciej Janowski on 8 points out of gate number 2 in blue. Paweł Szapelski, a night to forget for him, out of gate number 3 in white. And Robert Lambert off the outside with 6 points to his name in the yellow helmet colour.
Yeah, needs a second place.
Yeah, massive ride here for Robert Lambert. That exclusion earlier on is no question about it. It's put him under immense pressure. He had 5 points from 2 rides, and that really just kind of killed his momentum at a vital moment. Heat number 20. Tapes are up and we're away. Janowski's made a good start. Gate 2's working well now. No doubt about that. Vasilik up the inside. Got to say that Verena there. Look at Robert Lambert trying to come up the inside, but the door was well and truly slammed shut, with Szapelski now actually being relegated to the back. Robert Lambert, I don't think this is enough for him. He's going to have to work really hard if he wants to get into second place. Look at Janowski go. He's on 8 points. It's looking like it's going to finish on 11. Martin Vasilik once again rock solid here tonight. Janowski looking good in front.
Yeah, Janowski looking very good, and Martin Vasilik, more points on the board for him after 3 straight wins at the beginning of the night. And Robert Lambert, 3rd place. Don't think that's going to be enough for him for the semi-finals, but Janowski now finding that speed, looking comfortably up front.
Well, Robert Lambert nearly getting up the inside of Martin Vasilik. Vasilik having to slam the door shut, is getting tight for second place. Lambert throwing everything at it. Got to say, Janowski's clear off that in front. Nice ride from him. Terrific Speedway. Martin Vasilik hanging on for second place. Robert Lambert back in 3rd place. And I'm not sure that'll be enough. Disappointment there in the end. It's going to be very interesting indeed. Nobody seems to want this 3rd place in the World Championship this year. We're going to have to wait and see exactly who gets enough points. But there we go. Maciej Janowski out in front, 3 points for him. Martin Vasilik back in 2nd place, 2 points. Robert Lambert, 1 point for him. And Robert Lambert finishes on 7 points. Dan Bewley is hanging on to 8th place there.
Yeah.
And that could be absolutely vital when it comes to the positions overall in the World Championship. So 13 points for Martin Vasilik, but Bartosz Smarslik on 12, and the top 8 is there, clear for you now. Semi-finals to come.
Great sporting events make great stories. On Discovery Plus, watch Lycra Warriors battle.
It has been a blockbuster.
Hot shots fire.
The legend.
Sharp shooters strike.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is in 7th heaven.
And thrill seekers zoom. There's live sport for everyone on Discovery Plus. Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favourite riders in the Speedway GP World Title Race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.
Nice, 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 but too many wheels. Hello, darlings, Aunt Helga. Futuristic scooters, old school website.
We were going to
Relax, web upgrades, I own this. Better design, e-commerce, high performance, now you're fit for the future. Easy peasy. I scoot off now. Your digital partner, Ionos.
Aha, Georgie has just discovered Smarty Mobile. And now, today's a good day. People like Georgie know a good SIM deal when they see one. So go ahead, Georgie, fist bump away. Search Smarty. Simple, honest mobile.
I was born here, and I'm never leaving here. I'm a New York hotel. Yeah, I'm tall, 563 feet and 2 inches. I'm on top of the world. It's the city that never sleeps. But hey, if you need the rest, I've got you covered.
An alternative to tablets, Voltarol Back and Muscle Pain Relief Gel, with its powerful anti-inflammatory active ingredient, targets the source of pain, helping to accelerate recovery. It's not just movement, it's enjoying the new bedroom. Voltarol, the joy of movement.
How did the inventor of the clock know what time it was?
What time is it?
Oh yeah, it's 28:60.
Life is confusing. Don't be confused. BeConfused.com.
Autumn might not be your favourite season, unless you're a Ryobi gardener. So get trimming those hedges from the bottom to the very top. And with a battery that powers more than 200 tools, prune your way to pure perfection. Yes, the Ryobi One Plus range makes autumn awesome. Buy the Ryobi One Plus pole hedge trimmer with a 2 amp-hour battery, charger, 3-year warranty and free delivery now for just $139.99 and save over £80 at ryobitools.co.uk.
Sign up for a Tide Business account today and we'll help you register your company for free. You can apply in minutes with no hidden fees plus easy access to accounting tools. Only with Tide.
So there we are. Just looking back on the racing we've seen so far, the semi-final gate choice is up for us next, and so important at this stage of the night, of course. So points on the board are so vital if you want to get a good start position. Gates 1 and 2 probably going to be the favourites here, and gate 4 will be wanting to be avoided at all costs. But you just sense that Dan Bewley and potentially Freddie Lingman could end up with gate number 4 here this evening. But Phil Morris will just be making sure that riders are present and ready to go for the gate draw for semi-final number 1. As I say, it's been super exciting night at Speedway. We've seen some proper bit of Speedway out there. Stuff out of the top draw at times, that's for sure. And as I say, for Dan Bewley, with the bronze medal on the line there here, this is a vital race for him. There's no doubt about that. Lambert and Dudek missing out, but Lambert did have a points advantage over Dan Bewley, so he might just be hanging on to that bronze medal, potentially by the skin of his teeth. So let's make our way down now to join Phil Morris with the gate draw for the first semi-final.
And the first rider to make his selection for gate colour for the semi-final is Martin Vasulek. And Martin selects the blue gate position. And next to make the selection is Leon Madsen. Leon, please select your colour for semi-final 1. Leon selects the red gate position. And the next rider to make his selection is Andrei Ledvedev. Andrei, please select your colour for semi-final 1. And Andrei selects the white gate position. And the final gate goes to Fredrik Lindgren, who has the yellow gate position.
So there we are then, the lineup for semi-final number 1. Madsen on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Martin Vasilek. Andrei Lebedev's gate number 3 in white, and Freddie Lindgren going from the outside in yellow. No surprises there at all, Chris. Pretty much exactly what we were expecting.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. I think gate 2 has come good towards the end of the night.
And the first rider to select his gate position for semi-final 2 is Bartosz Zmarzlik. And Bartosz selects the red gate position. And next to make the selection is Maciej Janowski. Magic, please select your colour for semi-final 2. And Magic selects the blue gate position. And third choice for semi-final 2 is Mikkel Mikkelsen. Please select your colour. Mikkel selects the white gate position. And the final rider for semi-final 2 is Dan Bewley, who has the yellow gate position.
So the line-up for semi-final 2 then, the world champion on the inside in the red helmet colour, Maciej Janowski, gate number 2 in blue, gate number 3 in white is Mikkel Mikkelsen, and Dan Bewley going from the outside in yellow. Tall order for Bewley, but still there is an opportunity here for him to try and snatch that bronze medal if he can produce something pretty spectacular. Going to need a bit of good fortune in the first corner, that's for sure.
Yeah, particularly with Zmarzlik, Janowski and Mikkelsen on the inside of you.
Yeah, not an easy task, that's for sure, but 2 great semi-finals for us to look forward to now. And got to say, the inside 2 gates have proven to be clearly quite an advantage, but you never know in these semi-finals. Sometimes those gate stats can be undone, and some dramatic things can happen in that first corner, so all is not lost. If you're in the race, you've got a chance, of course you have. So we'll be looking forward to this first semi-final. Fans here in their droves, in their thousands. Fantastic turnout once again. Chilly time of year, but this Speedway really has kept them very much entertained, that's for sure. And I'm so pleased that the rain has disappeared, and we're going to finish this night with a nice dry track and fair racing conditions. That's terrific.
Yeah, it's great, because the rain could have had a very detrimental effect. It didn't. If anything, actually, it may have just helped maintain the track a little bit.
Oh, possibly, yeah, absolutely. But that roof covering, the way they've extended the roof over, certainly has paid big dividends tonight, that's for sure. And we are delighted about that. But we are rapidly now coming to the conclusion of this SGP series in 2022. 3 races to go to see it all done for this year. And we've got some big hitters here. Martin Vasilek certainly has worked very well tonight, putting a strong case forward here this evening that he wants to be in the series next season. Of course, he will rely on the organisers for a wild card pick, a permanent pick for the 2023 series. He's had one before, and he's had to miss a Grand Prix as well, so will be interesting to see which way they go. They've got 6 picks, so we will see which way that goes. Semi-final number 1 for you. Riders appearing out of the tunnel and making their way out into the arena. 2 riders going through to the final, so 2 lads, their night will come to an end here. Tense times, and Martin Vasilek, who rode so well in Melilla, pretty much in exactly the same sort of position going into the semi-finals there, and then missed out. He really can't afford to do that tonight.
No, he's sure a lot of confidence as well in his gate choice, taking gate 2. It has come good towards the end of the meeting, but it's very difficult to give up the inside gate, particularly when you've got a fast starter like Leon Madsen taking it.
And the nature of the track, the way that inside curve pulls away from the track, it does allow you to squeeze through on the inside. Yeah. So Martin Vasilek, as you rightly point out, has got to make a really good start and get across Leon Madsen and clamp him on that inside if he wants to keep him at bay. Freddie Lindgren can't rule him out. And Lebedev, let's have a word about Lebedev. This is a great performance from him. He's found Grand Prix tough, but tonight he certainly has put his best foot forward and has ridden extremely well. Former European champion, of course, Andrei Lebedev, so has a CV, that's for sure. And coming away from gate number 3, certainly ridden with lots of viv and vigour tonight, hasn't he? He really has been right there. So the line-up for semi-final number 1. Inside gate is Leon Madsen in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Martin Vasilek. Gate number 3 in white is Andrei Lebedev's. And Freddie Lingman going from the outside in yellow. I just sense the riders on the inside 2 gates are favourites here. But with riders like Lindgren and Lebedev's, forceful riders, I'm sure they're going to try and mix it up if they can.
Yeah, and Vasilek is vulnerable there, because if Madsen decides to run him up, then it gives a wide open space for Lindgren or Lebedev's to make the cutback.
Here we go then, semi-final number 1. What a start from Vasilek, backs himself, fires himself to the front. He's out in front. Madsen through in the second place. Lebedev's in third, but Lindgren now pushing on wide and high in the bottom corner, trying to come around the outside. Has he done it? Wow, he's pushing on once again. Madsen's vulnerable there, so is Vasilek. Lindgren around the outside, trying to find the speed, flying down the back straight. Round the outside once again in turns 3 and 4. Madsen really vulnerable.
Yeah, he is vulnerable, and he's just leaving enough room now. He's just pinned down on the inside of Vasilek. Tell you, I've got to feel a little bit of a mistake there from Lindgren. Just turned the bike a little bit too hard. Feels he's not going to get a clean run around the outside. Changes tack to the inside. Can he find the traction?
Martin Vasilek out in front, looking good for the final here tonight. Leon Madsen back in second place. Freddie Lindgren, one last chance, not going to get there. Through the last corner in the first semi-final, and the finalists tonight from this semi-final are Martin Vasilek and Leon Madsen. Freddie Lindgren just missing out. Martin Vasilek, you've got to admire his confidence there. Backed himself to do the business out of gate number 2 and absolutely nailed it on the run to the first corner. Brilliant stuff from him. Vasilek through to the final, and so is Leon Madsen. Great effort from those 2. Freddie Lindgren worked awfully hard, but just couldn't quite get there. He finished third, and Andrei Lebedev's, his night comes to an end as well. But for that man, under pressure for his Grand-Prix future, riding so well, and what a start it was.
Oh, cracking start. He backed himself to be able to make it from 2. He felt it was going to afford him the best possible chance of getting to the corner, and he made the most of it. And a great scrap, as you rightly say, for the all-important second place. And Lindgren at one point, I've got to say, laps 2 and 3, really generating the speed on the outside. I thought he was going to be able to find it, but I think he always knew that Madsen was going to close the gap before he got there.
Yeah, and so it proved. Madsen, once again, a very tough man to overtake. He just seems to position the bike in exactly the right place. And as hard as Lindgren tried, he just couldn't find a way through. But for that man, he's had a terrific night. He scored 13 points in the qualifying heats. He wins semi-final number 1, and his starting has been electric tonight.
We've said it several times, if he starts well, then he tends to carry that on right through the meeting.
Yeah, so it was a surprise when he missed out in Melilla, wasn't it? Because he was going great guns there, but he hasn't made that mistake tonight. So semi-final number 2 is with us. And once again, the world champion is out here. Could well see a shootout for the with the top 2 in the world in the final. If that man can do the business on the inside, there's no doubt about it that Janowski is a danger man, and so is Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen going along really nicely as well. And Mikkelsen, if he gets to the front, he can generate plenty of pace. So another exciting heat in prospect, that's for sure. Bewley up against it off the outside, but needs
to from the outside.
Tough one, isn't it? You just got to. Well, you're going to need a minor miracle in that first corner for things to really work out for you to get yourself through to the final. So Ryder's just doing the gardening. We're waiting for Janowski. He's on his way now, and just over a minute before the clock runs out, so he'll be up there in plenty of time. Smarslik electing to go for that inside gate, aware that he doesn't, well, just that little bit, he might just squeeze through. He's often very forceful in the first corner and is backing himself to do it, but Janowski is definitely a danger and has been riding very nicely here tonight. Line up then, on the inside is the world champion Bartosz Smarslik in red. Maciej Janowski alongside him in gate number 2 in blue. Mikkel Mikkelsen out of gate number 3 in white, and Dan Bewley going from the outside in yellow. I've got to say that Dan Bewley has ridden his luck tonight. He really hasn't been going that great, but squeaked into these semi-finals.
Did that in Bratislava?
Yeah, he did indeed.
Just 8 points.
Yeah, and then went on to win. So can he reproduce that? That would be quite a stunning turnaround in form tonight. I do think it's a tall order. No winners from the outside here this evening in round number 10 of the SGP series here in TORUN tonight. Can Dan Bewley buck that trend? First two go through, of course. Here we go then, second semi-final. Green lights on and we're away. Terrific start, neck and neck by the two Polish riders, but Bartosz Zmarzlik's there. Here comes Mikkelsen. What a move from him from gate number 3. That's put Janowski under a lot of pressure. Dan Bewley is out the back. Certainly now Janowski's having to respond, but Mikkelsen round the outside, just about hanging on to second place. What a move that was early doors. Mikkelsen coming on strong here in second place. Zmarzlik now out in front, but Mikkelsen, great speedway from him.
Here comes Bewley up the inside. He's really managing to work that inside to great effect. He's now up the inside of Janowski. He will be looking at Mikkelsen now. I think Mikkelsen knows that's where he's coming from, and he's trying to get that covered off.
Yeah, Janowski now back up the inside of Dan Bewley. Certainly going to be awfully tight with a lap to go. Bartosz Zmarzlik out in front. Janowski now back up the inside. Dan Bewley round the outside. What a ride from Janowski. Mikkelsen taken by surprise there. Through the last corner in semi-final number 2. The world champions in the final. And so is Janowski. Mikkelsen and Bewley missing out. Polish fans on their feet. They're delighted with that result. What a semi-final it was. There was no doubt about the winner, but I tell you what, second place was up for grabs for most of the race.
Yeah, it was Mikkelsen's, it was Bewley's, it was Janowski's. And in the end, Janowski did the deed. Looks like a tremendous final now.
He does indeed. Zmarzlik wins nicely out in front. That's Janowski having to work overtime to get into second place. Great ride from him. Mikkelsen missing out in third place, and Dan Bewley's World Championship comes to a conclusion here tonight in semi-final number 2. But for the world champion, the hunger in there, in his belly, he just wants to win every time he's on track.
Very even break from the inside. Once again, gate 2 slightly working better on the way to the corner, but I think the Zmarzlik thinking was, I need to be on the inside. I know I can get there with him. And, well, Mikkelsen really did roar through the inside to take that all-important second place on the first lap ahead of Janowski, who's almost collecting back wheels there. I don't think he expected Zmarzlik to ride quite that tight, and that stopped his run. But Bewley joins the party on the third lap, and it looks like he may be able to get up the inside of the pair of them as they're scrapping. But in the end, Janowski was the man that made all the right moves and took that all-important second place.
Well, you wouldn't believe it on that shot, would you? With Bewley coming into the picture there. He's out the back, and so it just shows you what a dramatic semi-final this was, with riders swapping. Throw a blanket over the 3 riders there. Janowski there forcing his way up the inside of the Danish riders, Mikkelsen, and Dan Bewley just failing to get through as well. Fantastic speedway here once again. Yeah, World Championship speedway at its very best.
It's the beauty of this track as well, because Mikkelsen was trying to deal with Dan Bewley, and it just left a big enough hole for Janowski. You can't cover everybody.
Can't be everywhere all the time, can you? And unfortunately, he just ran out of luck there, but Janowski was ready to pounce in the right place. But super speedway, so we've got the top 2 in the world going head-to-head in the final, and Janowski's there as well, and he's looking like a potential winner. So a great final, as you rightly say, in prospect. So Martin Vaclik also possibly the favourite, but Wade Zmarzlik's riding. You wouldn't bet against him winning another Grand Prix here tonight. Likes winning here in TORUN. So off the inside, 10 wins there, 9 wins out of gate number 2, 3 off of gate number 3, and I say, you know, you get gate 4, well, it's so difficult, and it's such a shame really to be so lopsided really in some respects. I can't remember it being so lopsided in the past. We have seen overall here, all-time stats, 74 wins from the outside, so it's kind of dropping the average somewhat. So
do you think that Vaclik was brave enough to give Zmarzlik the inside run here?
I think he might be. I think he might
Confident?
be. Yeah, well, he backed himself big time in the semi, didn't he? So I think he might just be in that mood tonight where he just wants to replicate what he did in the semi-final. Fond memories, of course. There's the trophies for the first 3 for this evening's events. We will have 2 presentations, as it's customary to do at this time of year. The World Championship trophy there, glistening in the lights. And of course, Bartosz Zmarzlik will be picking up that trophy a little later on, but he's got a rather important race to do just before he can celebrate that. And I'm sure he would love to win his 4th Grand Prix of the year. And after going along fairly steadily mid-season, where he was just doing enough, I must say, Voyens, Melilla, and here tonight once again in Torun, we are seeing Bartosz Zmarzlik riding out of his skin, and it's clear to see why he is a 3-time world champion.
Yeah, I think Dan Bewley's form in Cardiff and Wrocław, back-to-back Grand Prix wins, first rider to do that this year, really spurred Zmarzlik on and got the best out of him. But he'll be looking to take another win tonight. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Here we go then, let's get down to Phil Morris for the all-important gate picks for the final now.
And the first choice of gate for the final is Martin Vasulik. Martin, please select your gate colour. And Martin selects the blue gate position. And next to make the selection is Bartosz Zmarzlik. Bartosz, please select your gate position. Bartosz selects the red gate position. And next to make the selection is Maciej Janowski. Maciej, please select your colour. Maciej selects the white gate position. And the final gate will be taken by Leon Madsen, who takes the yellow gate position.
So there we are, the lineup for the big final to conclude this year's championship is the world champion on the inside in red, Martin Vasulik, out of gate number 2 in blue, Maciej Janowski off gate number 3 in white, and Leon Madsen, the world number 2, going from the outside gate. Leon Madsen a little disappointed, having a bit of a joke there.
It's not looking good for Leon, because he's off gate 4. He's the only rider on a warning.
Yeah. He's going to have to behave himself. So it's been a great conclusion to this series. It really has lived up to all expectations here this evening, that's for sure. And as I say, I'm so pleased that the rain has gone away and the track is now in really good shape. And we've seen some superb racing, some controversy as well, a little bit of confusion thrown in for the mix as well. We've had a bit of everything tonight, and why not? It really has kept everybody on the edges of their seats. Of course, the Polish crowd were absolutely delighted to see 2 Poles go through to the final in semi-final number 2. So 50% chance of a winner here tonight for Poland. And Poland have had a wonderful year once again individually, winning the World Championship at senior level and at SGP2 level. And of course, the Speedway of Nations 2 as well. They've won that again for the 15th time. So Poland once again proving to be mighty in Speedway at the moment. There's no question about that. Quick mention for Australia as well. Brilliant win for them in Voyens on the Speedway of Nations, with Max Frick and Jack Holder doing a great job there and coming through in flying colours. In actual fact, the one time where Poland weren't at their best, in actual fact, it was a disappointing tournament for them. But on reflection, the World Championship has pretty much been dominated by Poland once again. So we will see what the future holds for that. But
that man there's going to be looking to gate crash this Polish party
well,
tonight.
He's backed himself again, hasn't he? He went straight for that gate number 2. He went for it in the semi-final. Whether it proves to be his undoing here when you've got the world champion on the inside of you, that might prove to be...
I like the confidence.
I do. I really do. And he's dropping the clutch bang on. He's really sharp away from the tapes. And Martin, when he's in that sort of mood, well, could he win his 2nd Grand Prix of the year? Of course, he won in Prague. And as I say, this is a great showing from Vasulik when he can't make the top 6, whatever he does tonight. But winning a Grand Prix, making the final, making the podium tonight, whatever happens for him now, he has certainly given the organisers a big nudge. I want to be around him. Yeah, he has indeed. He's put himself in the shop window, as you rightly say, Chris, and I'm sure they will give him due consideration over the next day or 2. So riders on their way out for the final race of the SGP series in 2022. We are here in the Marion Rose Motor Arena in Torun. It's the For Nature Solutions FIM Speedway GP of Poland. And we have enjoyed it thoroughly, as have thousands and thousands of people in here tonight. Terrific turnout once again. A real privilege to be here tonight. And let's hope we have a fabulous conclusion to events here. I'm sure we will. We've got a terrific lineup. Top 2 in the world, Martin Vasilek fighting for his Grand Prix future, Maciej Janowski trying to re-establish himself. He's going to finish in the top 6 now nicely, so that's a great move by him. Better in Melilla 2 weeks ago, and much better again here tonight in Torun. So good news all round for those 2 riders in particular. Madsen coming up to gate number 4. Don't think he's going to be too excited about that, but you just never know.
No, I don't think he's dreaming of making the start. I think he's just thinking about what's he going to do when he gets there last.
Okay, so on the inside is Bartosz Marslik in red, Martin Vasilek out of gate number 2 in blue, Maciej Janowski out of gate 3 in white, and Leon Madsen out of gate number 4 in yellow. And I sense that if Leon can't get off the start, and nobody's been able to do it in 22 races so far tonight, will he be able to pull off something pretty special?
Would be the time to do it, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The most important race of the night. He's done well. He's been up and down, Leon Madsen tonight. Started with a win, then a last, then a win, then a last, then a win. I mean, he's had quite an eventful night one way or another. He's had a crash. I mean, he certainly can steal the limelight, Leon Madsen, that's for sure. But there's no doubt Bartosz Marslik has really come on strong in his last 3 outings. So the final of the night, the conclusion of the SGP series here in Torun this evening. Green lights on, away we go, Martin Vasilek! Wow, what a start the final, absolutely nailed it. Bartosz Marslik coming through in 2nd place. Here comes Leon Madsen, rushing through into 3rd place with Janowski out the back. Close. Leon Madsen, how on earth did he move out the way there? Certainly nearly collected the world champion on the way through. Janowski forcing his way back into 3rd place, wants to be on the podium tonight. But for Martin Vasilek, what a start! Looking like a winner from there.
He certainly is. He's not doing anything flash. He's just riding the right lines. He's got that bike set up absolutely perfect, just to find the traction he needs. He's taking the shortest route around the inside. It's too far now around the fence. He knows that. He's got Smarslik now giving chase, taking even shorter route there, but I just can't see that he's going to find a way past.
Martin Vasilek down the back straight for the last time in the final. What a night it's been for the Slovakian rider. He comes through there in flying colours. What a night for Martin Vasilek. Wins here in Torun in 2022. What a way to finish the season. Congratulations to him. Bartosz Marslik back in 2nd place. The world champion just could not do anything about Vasilek. And Leon Madsen and Janowski battling hard with Janowski. Just about hanging on there. But what a night it's been for Martin Vasilek. 2-time Grand Prix winner in 2022. And what a way to finish. Wow, that was spectacular.
2nd place in Gorzów as well. So it's a shame for him. Just picking up an injury at the wrong time has cost him dearly.
It has indeed, but that's long forgotten right now. Clearly delighted with that. Conditions were right.
Best man on the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, rider of the night. And he's been rock solid. And when it really mattered, he backed himself. He had gate 2 in the semi-final, gate 2 in the final. Even with the world champion, he knew the champion was going to be alongside him. And absolutely roared into the first corner. Result of the final then, Vasilek wins in fine start out in front. Smarslik back in 2nd place. Leon Madsen just about stealing 3rd place off of Maciej Janowski, who will be a bit disappointed not to be on the podium tonight. So we've got the top 2 in the world in 2nd and 3rd. And Martin Vasilek, a terrific win for him. And you've got to believe he has every chance of being a Grand Prix rider next year now.
Yes, I would think so. I think he's done enough to show the organisers that he deserves that place. And easily the best rider tonight, most consistent rider, doing everything right, backing himself to make the starts off gate 2, even allowing a 3-time world champion to come off the inside gate. But no, fantastic display. And I've got to say, with Smarslik and Janowski in the final, this Polish crowd would have expected a home win. But that man there had other ideas.
Yeah, he broke their hearts with that start, that's for sure. And clearly absolutely delighted, and rightly so. It's been a tough time. He has been injury prone in recent seasons. He tends to pick up a nasty injury at some point, but shows great character and grit and determination. Let's just watch this start again.
Yeah, did everything right, just roared away. He knew he'd got to come across Smarslik, but he was so far ahead of Smarslik it really didn't matter at that point. And a big scrap going on at the back for third and fourth, and the place on the podium. But no, that was an absolutely perfectly worked start from the rider in blue there. Martin Vasilik just got the bike launching from the start, the clutch set up, and his composure, stature on the bike, just saying it all, just smooth. Doesn't even feel like he needs to go and find any grip. He just rides around the shortest route.
That was tight, wasn't it? You actually picked up on that early on in the race.
Scared me.
It did indeed, yeah. It took your breath away for a moment, but there's no doubt that Leon Madsen did very well to make the podium from gate number 4. Janowski will be disappointed to have missed out. He looked like a potential winner earlier on. He would see the battle for third place late on in the race, and Madsen coming through, but that man out in front. I've seen him do this before, so have you, and there's no doubt when he's got that starting ability and he really absolutely jet propelled away, his confidence just builds and builds and builds. And then to have that confidence to take on the world champion and the world number 2, backed himself, I've got to believe that's going to prove to be decisive in the outcome of the wild cards.
It's always about confidence. It's the same with that man as any other Speedway rider, and when he knows the setup's right, the bike's right, works.
Yeah, so a brilliant night of Speedway here in the Marion Rose Motor Arena tonight. Been a pleasure to be here, that's for sure. So here's the points that are handed out for the winners and losers tonight. 20 big points for Martin Vasilik, 18 for Smarslik, Leon Madsen on 16, Matsej Janowski 40. Mikkelsen, that's a good performance from him, 12, Lindgren 11, Lebedev's 10, Bewley 9, Kasparina 8, and so on and so on. The overall standings, of course, are going to be absolutely crucial now because we want to know who's third. So we will have them for you right now so we can see exactly what is the conclusion of this championship. And Janowski, wow, unbelievable. That is quite a dramatic turnaround where he has charged into third place. World champion Smarslik, Leon Madsen, silver medal for him. A bronze for Matsej Janowski. I can't quite believe that.
Dudek slips out.
And Fredrik Lindgren in fourth. Robert Lambert in fifth, he's guaranteed for next year. Dan Bewley already was. Patrick Dudek, wow, slips out of the top 6, but you just got to believe that he's going to be relying on a pick for next year. Matsej Janowski's performance, I've got to say, and a medal, it was looking so unlikely for so long. That is quite a staggering result.
Yeah, we were only saying a couple of rounds ago that we couldn't see how he was going to, with his current form, stay inside the top 6. Patrick Dudek looked like he was easily going to do that and was fighting for a medal. And, well, Dan Bewley's in, so that means that the injured Max Frick now will also qualify.
Absolutely, so we've got Jack Holder as well in the Grand Prix Series next year as a courtesy of his performance in Glasgow in the GP Challenge, but that's for later on. Bartosz Smarslik, just his new changing room on the centre green there, so I'm quite happy to do the brand new suit on for the presentations, and he will be involved, of course, on 2 occasions. He'll be on the podium for the result tonight, and of course the winner of the championship itself. As I say, just while we're waiting for the riders to get themselves together, great night of Speedway. I think possibly the best Grand Prix all year.
Yeah, it was a nice way to finish, and the TORUN circuit never disappoints, gives us great racing every single time.
It does indeed. And it is a superb stadium, and it is often the conclusion of the series. We have been down in Australia, of course, where we've seen the Speedway season finish. And in actual fact, Jason Doyle actually won his World Championship in Australia, in Melbourne. But we will wait and see. But riders now coming forward. We will have a extensive presentation for you this evening, so please stay with us. So let's get some reaction now. Scott Nichols is out on the centre green, and he's got tonight's winner with him, and that's Martin Vasilik.
Yeah, your final round in 2022 winner, Martin Vasilik. Martin, you started the night off superbly and you finished off exactly the same way.
Yeah, I'm very happy, really. It's amazing feeling win the Grand-Prix, so I'm very happy right now, and yeah, what a finish season with the first place, so yeah, I'm very happy, and also same way I would like to congrats all the boys who win the medals this year, and yeah, just well done, boys.
Yeah, I know you would want to be fighting for a medal, but obviously injuries hit you again this year, and you're possibly relying on that wild card now, but no better way to put yourself in that shop window. 2 wins in the calendar, a second place as well. So looks set to be back in 2023.
We'll see what happens in the future, but anyway, if I want to be in a Grand Prix, I will do my best to fight for the medal. So this is my dream, and I will go for it.
Well, let's hope those dreams continue to come true, and well done tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo wszystkim.
Yeah, smashing effort from Martin Vasilik, and of course, he wouldn't want to be reliant on a wildcard pick, but there's no doubt that he must have every chance of getting one. Six picks they have, the organisers. Excuse me?
Can't be ignored.
No, not at all. Not when you're winning Grand Prix. No, not at all. And apart from the injuries, it's been a terrific season for him, really. 2 wins, 2 Grand Prix wins is outstanding. And that second place in Gorjov as well. So we will now see the 3 riders coming forward for the presentation for the result tonight. So, Leon Madsen coming forward now, 3rd place on the evening. And what a great night for him. So smashing performance from Leon Madsen. I must say that was a great performance for him to come through from the outside gate and still that podium, to get onto the podium. And great effort from the world number 2. Bartosz Marslik, the world champion, coming forward now. Just had no answers from Martin Vasilik in the final. But for Bartosz, I don't think he'd be too unhappy with second tonight.
I'm sure he ever actually accepts second, but he's not going to lose too much sleep.
No, he's done the business, he's ridden superbly well. And now the winner of the round number 10 here in the Marion Rose Motor Arena here in TORUN. Fabulous performance from Martin Vasilik. Congratulations to him. He has really risen to the occasion under a lot of pressure coming into tonight, but he's made light of that and has produced a stunning display, one that he can be rightly very proud of. So superb stuff from those 3 riders.
Did everything right tonight.
Yeah, he did, and so terrific to see him back himself. And we will have the 3rd place trophy presented by Przemysław Tomiński, the title sponsor tonight. He will make his way forward very shitly. Just steadily coming forward now. As I say, he will present the trophy to Leon Madsen for his performance. We'll be interested to see if Leon now can pick it up for next year and really take it and really seriously challenge for a world championship. That's clearly what he wants.
Yeah, no question that he can, and he says his focus is already on that, and he's making a great partnership with Brian Carger, the engine tuner, so things are coming into place for him.
They are indeed, so we will wait keenly to see what the outcome of that work leads to. Mikhail Sikora now, the FIM European president, comes forward to present the 2nd place trophy on the night to the world champion Bartosz Marslik, who is in deep conversation there with his former teammate Martin Vasilik. Of course, they've ridden together for years in Gorjov. For Bartosz Marslik, there he is, 2nd place, hugely popular, of course. Really has become an icon in sport, not just in Speedway, but in sport in this country. He really is a superstar in this neck of the woods, that's for sure. So here we have the 1st place trophy now, and Mikhail Zielinski coming forward, the mayor of the city here in TORUN, coming through with a huge trophy for Martin Vasilik to pick up. He's got a dodgy shoulder, so I do hope that he can hang on to it. I'm sure he can.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, he seems to be coping very well indeed. So congratulations to all three, but particularly to Martin Vasilek. Fantastic way to finish his Grand Prix campaign off. And I'm sure he is overjoyed with that sort of performance. A really professional performance from Martin Vasilek. And we will pause for the Slovakian national anthem right now.
Republiki Słowackiej. Please be standing for national anthem of Slovakia.
So there we are, a special moment for Martin Vasilek, and winning here in TORUN this evening. As I said before, superb effort from him, absolutely delighted for him, and of course the top two in the world as well on the podium, a fitting way to finish this Grand Prix off.
Yeah, absolutely, and not a single person has left this stadium. Out of respect for these guys that put on such a great show tonight, fantastic racing, but taking nothing away from tonight's winner, Martin Vasilek. It's all about the man to his right, Bartosz Zmarzlik.
Yeah, well, his moment's going to come. He's going to hog the limelight, that's for sure, in the next few minutes. There's no doubt about that. Pictures being taken for the press around the world, of course, and as I say, this night has been I think it's been the best Grand Prix. We've had to wait for the best to last, but it was well worth waiting for, that's for sure. Eighth place, but let's get some more reaction now with Scott Nichols. He's got Maciej Janowski, third in the world with him.
Yeah, Maciej Janowski, you come into tonight tied in sixth place. You had an awful lot of pressure on you. You delivered the goods, and now you're third in the world.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that was a very difficult night and very emotional. I was focused from the beginning, but just before the first hit, I feel like my heart was like pretty fast. So I was like, calm down, Magic, like just focus. And you know, my bike was working very good. Huge thanks to Ryszard Kowalski and his team. Huge thanks to my team. They've done a lot of work, and sometimes we have like, you know, up and downs, but I love them. That's my family, and I'm very, very, very happy about that. Thanks to all my fans, sponsors. You guys give me so much love. So I'm very appreciate that. So I love you too. Dziękuję bardzo wszystkim kibicom, naprawdę czuję was tutaj dookoła. Widzę was w naszych barwach, naprawdę doceniam to z całego serca i jestem wam ogromnie wdzięczny. Pozdrawiam całą rodzinę, cały Wrocław. Do zobaczenia.
Thanks, Magic. Go and take your spot in that third place. Well done.
Hugely popular rider, of course, Maciej Janowski, and clearly delighted to have picked up the bronze medal. Looking unlikely coming into the night, but fair play to him. The other lad slipped up, but he was there ready to pounce, making the final, and that was the deciding factor at the end of the night. So a big boost for Maciej Janowski at the conclusion of the series. So congratulations to him. So let's get some more reaction now with the world number 2 with Scott Nichols. It's Leon Madsen.
Leon Madsen, you're pushing Bartosz all the way this season. It was close. We know you desperately wanted to be number 1, but now the season's wrapped up. How are you feeling to take that silver medal away with you tonight?
Yeah, like you said, I would like to become world champion one day, but still, you know, I just won the European Championship last week. And now I just won the silver medal in the World Championship, and I think I can be very happy and proud of my season. I'm very, very happy, and then we will see next year. Hopefully I can push harder for the title, and we'll see how it goes. But definitely I'm happy for my season. And I know some of you is cheering at me tonight, but I still want to say dziękuję bardzo for all the fans here today, making a great atmosphere. Dziękuję bardzo.
Yeah, definitely. You've been pushing all season. You've been making improvements. We keep talking about Kaga and the relationship. You've been working hard. You're focused on next year. Is there still more to come?
Yeah, I still feel like we've been progressing, especially in the second half of the season. I learned a lot. You know, I feel I'm still learning. I feel I'm still getting better, and hopefully we can keep that progress and come out next season in a better shape and push for that title.
Well, that's got to be pretty scary for the opposition. Well done, mate. Go and take your place on the second step. Well done.
Thank you very much. Woo!
Yeah, congratulations. A strong season from Leon Madsen. There's no question about that. European champion and second in the World Championship. Terrific effort from him, and quite clearly delighted with his performances, and terrific stuff. But now we can get back down to Scott, and he can, and he's joined by the new world champion, Bartosz Marzlik.
That's right, Bartosz Marzlik is your world champion 2022. We knew you were world champion before you came here, but has it sunk in now that you're world champion for this year?
I'm very happy about the comeback to the top 1. So really nice feeling, and of course I'm stopped fighting before last rounds, and I'm very happy, proud about this, and and also I'm very happy about today because I'm end season in GP being the final, so a really nice feeling.
It's been a fantastic season. Your Kevlars are almost as impressive as your form. Would you like to say something in Polish to your fans?
Dziękuję wszystkim, że tak bardzo dzisiaj kibicowaliście. To naprawdę jest miłe zawsze tutaj przyjeżdżać do Torunia i walczyć o złoty medal dla Polski, także dziękuję, jeszcze raz dziękuję wam bardzo za głośny doping i do zobaczenia w przyszłym roku.
Your 2022 world champion Bartosz Marzlik, thank you.
Hugely popular man, of course, now has become an icon in this country, no question about that. And you just sense there's still so much more to come from Bartosz Marzlik. Still, I would suggest, is going to be the man to beat in 2023.
Yeah, no question about that. The Polish fans have so much respect for him as a sports person, as a professional, and of course as a champion.
They love winners, there's no doubt about that. Thomas Golub carried the weight of a nation for 2 decades, but there's no question that Marzlik has picked up the mantle and has now become a multiple world champion, the most successful Speedway rider in this part of the world. So terrific stuff from him. So we will see now the rest of the riders come forward to pay their respects to the top 3 in the World Championship. The first time I've actually seen this, but a great showing of respect for the top 3 in the world. So superb stuff from them. even looks like that. Looks like Anders Thompson, Anders Thompson on crutches has made that way out to the podium as well. So fair play to him. So unfortunate when he was going along very nicely indeed, but injuries unfortunately are part and parcel of the sport. It is a tough game at the highest level, that's for sure. So all the riders are now in position, and we will have the presentation of the top 3 in the world. So Maciej Janowski, bronze medal, 3rd in the world. Very, very popular rider. Rice for Wroclaw, of course, in the extra league. I don't think a lot of people were predicting that he was going to finish 3rd, but crikey, he has turned it on in style in the last 2 Grand Prix.
Drugie miejsce w cyklu Speedway Grand-pri 2022 zajął.
So 2nd in the world. A terrific season for the Danish rider Leon Madsen, and clearly determined to go one place better next year. Can't wait for that mouth-watering competition ahead, that's for sure, in 23. And now the champion himself, Bartosz Smalczyk, 3 world championships in 4 years. What a performance that is. Wasn't always at his best this year, but by crikey, as he turned on the style in the last 3 Grand Prix, really has shown us his true form, and clearly is the best rider in the world right now.
Yeah, as you say, hasn't always had his best form, but when he needed to, he could just dig deep and find it. Fully deserved, 3 times world champion.
Yeah, fantastic for Bartosz Smalczyk, and clearly the Polish public are delighted with the outcome of that, that's for sure. Amada Kastania, the FIM track racing director, comes forward now with the bronze medal for Maciej Janowski. And as I say, what an effort that is. It was looking unlikely for long periods of time this season, but a big bonus, and he's worked hard. He's ground that result out, I would suggest.
He has, yeah, I just didn't see it coming. He's a super nice guy, always got a smile on his face.
So now Mikhail Sikora coming forward, the FIM European President, to present the silver medal to Leon Madsen. As I said before, terrific effort. He's had a great 7 days, winning in part of it to clinch his 2nd European Championship, and now tonight picking up the silver medal in the SGP World Championship. Superb performance from Leon Madsen. There we go. And, now it's the Jorge Villegas, the FIM president, coming forward now to present the world champion Bartosz Smalczyk with the all-important gold medal. And what a performance it is. And Bartosz Smalczyk always seems to maintain a very composed demeanour, there's no doubt about that. I just sense with Bartosz Smalczyk, he's just not satisfied. He just wants to have more and more success. He's had so much in a short period of time. Burst on the scene as a teenager, of course, and still just at the tender age of 27. Wow, what a still going to be around for another decade, you would suggest.
He's got a few more championships in him.
So Francois Ribeiro, the head of Discovery Sports Events, and Jorge Villegas, the FIM president, coming forward now to jointly present the World Championship trophy, an absolutely gorgeous trophy. And Bartosz Smalczyk raises it above his head, takes the applause from the crowd. Special moment for him. And with not too much more racing for him, he can now really begin to relax and understand exactly what he's achieved, Chris.
Yes, he's had a couple of weeks to get used to it, but it's still going to be sinking in, and a fantastic achievement for Bartosz Smalczyk. Congratulations.
Indeed it is. And we do have a very special podium for you. And Bartosz Smalczyk there with a brand new suit on and a fabulous trophy tucked under his arm. So now the national anthem. So for the second time tonight, the national anthem of Poland reverberates around this wonderful stadium. Fantastic rendition of the national anthem there. Polish fans singing their hearts out there. Terrific atmosphere. Nobody's left. I mean, it's a fantastic attendance once again.
For the man.
Yeah, absolutely right. The respect is clear to see. Champagne moment for the top three boys, and good to see the other riders out there as well enjoying the proceedings. And as I say, it's been a terrific way to end the series. It really has been a grandstand finish. Fireworks, champagne, all sorts of fabulous moments here. Normally get a selfie at some point as well, but I'm not sure that's quite appropriate at this stage. Don't know if the camera will work in all that.
Time for it.
But there's no doubt that it's been terrific. And I'd say, like, just on reflecting on the meeting itself, I mean, right from the first block of races, it was absolutely red hot out there. The rain came, but it didn't halt proceedings, and it's just gone through absolutely swimmingly well.
Yeah, the meeting just came alive immediately. The lads were out there giving it everything. The racetrack was perfect. And Smarslik took a little while to work things out, but you've got to say, Dan Bewley, with these back-to-back wins, threw the gauntlet down, but how did he respond? 2 wins and a second to finish the series off. That's why he's a champion.
No question about that. It's been a terrific season, and I'd like to thank all our viewers for sticking with us throughout the year. It has been an exciting ride, that's for sure. He was the red-hot favourite coming into this season, Bartosz Smarslik, when Artem Laguta was suspended, but no doubt about it, in the end, Bartosz Smarslik was the outstanding rider in the SGP series in 2022. No doubt about that. Still much more to come. You just suggest that he's going to win more world championships in the future. Tony Rickardson is here. He's a 6-time world champion. You just suggest that he could well reach that landmark. Fabulous season. Thank you once again for joining us this year. We look forward to 2023 now.
The Mercedes-Benz online showroom. Search all available cars in one place. See all the latest retailer offers. And get an instant guaranteed part exchange valuation. Sensationally simple. Search Mercedes-Benz online showroom and buy online today.
What do I want? I want to be taken on a velvety journey, to discover a punchy, molasses-imbued nuttiness, engulfed by a sublime white cloud of silk, delicately nestling atop an orchestra of flavor.
Dave! So, a cappuccino? Ah, is that the smaller one?
Flat white.
Yeah, flat white. Freshly ground Arabica beans and organic milk.
Ooh, nice.
McCafe, just great tasting coffee. Simple.
Be your own boss. Boss Bottled, Buffon, the new intensity.
FIM Speedway Grand-Prix season has come to an end. A historical season with a new promoter, Discovery Sports Events on board. A historical moment for Bartosz Smarslik, who lifts the trophy of a world championship for the 3rd time in history. Leon Madsen came in second with a silver medal and a battle for bronze won by Maciej Janowski. I'm going to talk about all that with one of the greatest racers in the history, 4-time world champion Greg Hancock. Hello, Greg. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and just to be a part of this show tonight. I was in the pits, so I'm covered in water and dirt and lost my voice yelling a little bit, but
it was worth it.
It was awesome.
It was an awesome night for Bartosz Smarslik. Obviously, he came to TORUN already as a world champion, but it seems like either he's under pressure or there is no pressure at all for him. He always delivers a great show.
He does, and he already won the title, obviously, in the last round. So coming into this, holding his composure, trying to show that he's the champion for a reason. And as we talked before, I think this guy, he thrives on pressure. So the more pressure people try to give him, the more he delivers. So it's really tough to be a competitor.
Still looking for some challenges, and for the rivals who can grab the title from him. Is Leon Madsen going to be the one in the next season? Because this year he said that very clearly, that his focus is already on 2023. Did he lose the faith in winning the title, or he was just thinking clearly about Bartosz Marslik is just out of reach?
Well, it's probably a combination of things, because you saw that Leon had a really good season a couple years ago, and then you were waiting for the return to come, but then he had injuries and stuff that slowed him down. But you can see he's building momentum now, and he wants to show that he can give Bartosz a run for his money. But I think next year, looking at the series the way it's coming, it's definitely going to be interesting. The riders are growing; they're starting to learn Bartosz's way, and they're starting to learn that they can also see that the pressure that he can hold up to is something different, so they're going to have to come at him with another angle.
It's going to be also a night to remember for Maciej Janowski. He's been a Speedway Grand Prix series for a while now, and he was always very, very close to the podium, and finally the first ever medal of a World Championship. A massive, massive achievement for that guy.
You know what, exactly. Everybody knows I stand in Magic's corner, and I've been a big supporter of his since he was a kid and watched him come up. So tonight, to see him after having this burden of fourth places and not getting a bronze medal or any medal at all, to see this, the smile on his face, the tears in the guy's eyes, his brothers, everybody, like, I'm just as excited for him as anything.
Exactly. Once again, congratulations to top 3 of 2022 Speedway Grand Prix. And now we're going to go to Scott Nichols, who's in the heart of the action right now.
Yeah, thanks, Marcelina. Well, we've had the top 3 now. We've got Freddie Lindgren, who's made that top 6 in the 4th place. Freddie, it's been a real tough season for you. It's been up and down, but to come in here tonight, an awful lot of pressure on to finish 4th in the world. You must be pretty happy now.
Yeah, as I said, it's been really a roller coaster year for me, and no, it could have gone a lot worse. So I got to take 4th place. Obviously, I wished I could have got into the final and had a shot at the bronze medal, but it wasn't meant to be. And I want to congratulate Maciej Janowski for doing that. I think it's his first medal in the World Championship, so a great achievement for him and the rest of the boys, Marslik and Leon as well.
Yeah, that's a huge night, and we've seen this year so many riders been making so many changes. We know the pressures and the demands of the Grand Prix circus. Yourself, you've made changes. I know the season's still kind of in that motion, but if you're looking back and you put your finger on a few things that kind of were the turning point for you in the season?
Obviously, I struggled a bit with my equipment midway through, and we changed the tuner, and took some time to adapt to that, and working with a new person, but I feel like we're doing progress, and hopefully we have something to build on for 2023. That's the main thing we're focusing on at the moment.
Ultimately, you've tasted the success before, so I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to move on and grab someone else. So thanks for joining me, Freddie. I'm going to move on to Dan Bewley. Dan, your first full season in the Grand Prix. It's been a revelation. You've had a couple of little blips, but how would you like to sum up your season so far?
Yeah, with a few blips, a few good blips and a few not so good, but yeah, all in all, it's been pretty good. And yeah, the goal just coming in at the last moment was just to try and learn as much as we could. And the goal for this year at the start of the season, before anything happened, was to qualify for the GPs, and we have done that now through both the challenge and the top 6. So yeah, and we've learned a lot of pretty good lessons for next year. So yeah, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun, and just look forward to the future.
Oh, definitely. You've got a bright future. To get 2 wins in your first season, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's for sure the peak of the year, but yeah, at the same time, as good as it is when you win, you kind of soon move on to the next one. And the last couple rounds haven't been the best, but back into the semi-final tonight. But yeah, we kind of learned some things, and especially from the last couple rounds. Sometimes when you win, it's almost easy, and you don't really learn as much as when you do on your bad nights. So as a whole, the year has been really good, and just thanks to everybody that's supported me along the way, and also that's helped me along the way too. It's been a good year, and yeah, thank you.
It's certainly been good, mate. It's been some ups and downs. You finished on a high, and talking highs, we're going to throw to a few of the highlights and enjoy and savour some of the best bits from the night.
So heat number 3 then. And terrific race here with Ty Woofenden, Bartosz Marslik, but Kasper Verino, the wild card, out in front. Terrific ride from him. And there's no doubt that he really did put his best foot forward at this early stage of the night, but Smarslik there working hard and just couldn't quite get himself to the front, but an excellent start for Kasper Verena coming in. Heat number 12 then, and all sorts of shenanigans on the start there. Robert Lambert unfortunately touching the tapes, and that saw him under immense pressure. Disappointment for Lambert, who was so keen. He came into the night in 4th place. Once again, controversy on the start line there, where there was some confusion as well here, and ultimately it ended with Ty Woffenden being excluded. But there we saw the race coming towards its conclusion, with Freddie Lindgren coming through in flying style there, chased home by Jason Doyle in heat number 16. Terrific ride for Freddie Lindgren. Now we once saw there was a clash here through this first corner with Jason Doyle and Patrick Dudek, both riders ploughing into the safety fence, and as a consequence of this, Jason Doyle was excluded, and clearly disappointed about that, but nonetheless his Grand Prix then came to an end, and so a frustrating moment, and certainly for Dudek also, he had a really disappointing night. Terrific semi-final number 1 here, with Martin Vaclik coming out of gate number 2, backed himself. Leon Madsen there coming under all sorts of pressure from Freddie Lindgren, but it was Vaclik and Leon Madsen that surged through to the final on the evening. And certainly Martin Vaclik at this stage going along very nicely indeed. Here we see the second semi-final, with Bartosz Smarslik electing to go from the inside gate. Mikael Mikkelsen and Janowski really having a fabulous race-long battle here. It really was superb stuff. For a moment it looked like Mikkelsen was going to be able to secure a place in the final, but Janowski really fighting hard and forced his way through to follow his compatriot home to make the final here. And the world champion once again turning on the style and going through comfortably to the grand final, the final race of this year's campaign. So here it is then, Martin Vaclik once again backing himself to come out of gate number 2. Textbook start from him, terrific first corner. Smarslik coming through in 2nd place, and ultimately in the end, Leon Madsen just stealing that 3rd place and a podium position away from Janowski, but Janowski of course securing 3rd in the world. Martin Vaclik, what a night it was for him. Terrific way to complete his Grand Prix campaign. Superb effort from him, and he is clearly absolutely delighted with that. Fabulous Grand Prix here in TORUN tonight. So there we are with the completion of the series, with Smarslik comfortably out in front, Madsen back in 2nd place, Janowski getting that bronze medal, first time he's been in the top 3 in the world, brilliant from him. So a fantastic series, and there's no question that we are already looking forward to 2023.
It's been an amazing night here in TORUN, a grand final we all hoped for, and I'm sure my guests will agree with me. Greg Hancock once again, and Scott Nichols is joining us as well. Well, it was a big night tonight at Motor Arena TORUN. I'm sure you're going to agree that we had it all. We had a top-class speedway, great racing, a little bit of a drama as well.
Yeah, you always need a bit of drama. You know, we knew who the world champion was going to be, but man, live there was so many other things riding on it. The top 3, the top 6. The pressure these boys were going to be under tonight is absolutely immense, and they delivered.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, this to come into this event, obviously I stood with Magic before the meeting started, and looking at, you know, it's a qualification spot that you want ultimately, but tried to keep his sights on the biggest goal of the night, and who would have thought that he would have turned that around and he got it. So, you know, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
But how impressed are you with Magic's performance tonight to deliver under that pressure? Home fans, I mean, he said in the interview his heart was about to pop out of his chest. You know, you've worked with Magic, and confidence has sometimes been a little bit of an issue to a degree. Tonight he stepped up.
Yeah, that's right. I think, you know, it's always easy to stand on the side and kind of give your criticism, whatever. But deep down, you know, he's got a big heart. He loves the game. He wants to impress everybody. He wants to win for his fans, for his hometown, for his family. But tonight he showed that he wanted to win for himself. And I think everybody will be celebrating big in Wrocław.
That's definitely a big night for Maciej Janowski. He must be over the moon tonight. But what about Patryk Dudek? I must ask you about him, because he was this close to get the bronze, and he's now even not in the top 6 for the next year.
No, and he's kind of at the start of the season, like throughout his GP career, Dudek has almost been that guy that slips under the radar. Next to me, like, man, he's in the final. Where did he come from? And he started the season like that. And it wasn't even in my thoughts that he wouldn't be in the top 6. He was sitting third, and now he's not in that top 6. So that was a kind of, you've got the joys of Magic and the sorrows of Dudek tonight.
Yeah, I mean, to lose the position where he was at, I hate to say lose it, but the other guys had a great night. They capitalized on his off night, and he's probably really scratching his head right now and starting to be concerned about what's going to happen for next year.
Okay, so to sum up, Bartosz Marslik lifts the trophy of world champion for the 3rd time in his career. And the question is, who's going to be the challenge for him in the upcoming seasons?
Well, I think, the man over our right-hand shoulder, Leon Madsen, he's kind of quietly gone about his business, but he's making improvements all the time. He's not afraid to roll the dice and try things, something you've always done in your career. So I think Leon Madsen's somebody, you're going to have to look at. But I just have to say quickly, Zmarzlik's Kevlars, I mean, they are proper impressive. I mean, his riding's impressive. Now he's got the suit to match it.
Yeah, that's right. I think, as you guys all said, I mean, Bartosz is the man to beat. I always watch him, and I think that if I was going to beat this guy, what would I do to try to get some sort of an advantage? It's not easy, but there's a big group of guys that are coming up. You got guys like Dan Bewley as well, who's really starting to show his form. It won't be as easy for Bartosz next year, but, you can't rule that guy out. He's amazing.
Obviously, we're going to see what's coming up next year. Thank you so much for your opinions, Greg Hancock, Scott Nichols, and we would like to say on behalf of everyone at Speedway Grand Prix, a massive thank you to all of you who were with us throughout the season. It's been a great season, and we hope you're going to join us for the 2023 campaign. Thank you so much once again from Moto Arena Torun. Good night and have a lovely evening.
Dobranoc.
Download the new FIM Speedway app and be part of a new era. Follow closely all the action with timing, results, and telemetric data for an enhanced live experience. Get all the latest news and stats on your favorite riders in the Speedway GP World Title Race. Take your FIM Speedway experience to the next level.